Oh gosh. What have we done, people? What have we done? Hold on, let me just check in with you guys. Stay there. Stay there. Greetings. I don't know what to say at this moment. Hello, Riandel. Hello, Joe King. Hello, JGF. Hello, Linda. Hello, Emma. Emma, it must be like 3 o'clock. It's like what? Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning for you? What are you doing up at this hour? What? Path. Good night, Path. Okay. Hello, Mimi. Yeah, let me see who else is here. Who else did I miss? Love Triber. Yes, hello, Love Triber. What am I supposed to do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh gosh. Thank you. Okay, first of all, okay. Hold on. Okay. Emma wants a reading. Okay, a little oracle. Okay, and who was it? Someone else wanted. Riandel Tesora wants. Okay, so we're Emma. Let's get to work with Emma. Okay, before I even start the Astrodoodles, I'm going to have a check in with Emma. Okay. Yes, Riandel. I'm in Los Angeles, so there you go. Thank you, Love Triber. What's going on there? I gotta check. You guys have totally caught me off guard. Let's have a look. Well, okay, let me just say I wasn't planning to do any readings, but there's been a couple of shout outs. So I'm going to do a little miniature reading for Emma. And I'm going to do one for Riandel simply because Riandel is completely brand new. Totally out of the blue, caught off guard. What am I supposed to do? Put yourself in my shoes. What would you do? Would I give you the middle finger and say, no, I have something really, really important to do? But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give you guys a couple of readings, okay? Thank you, Love Triber. Joe King is in love. Joe King is in love. Oh no. Joe King, are you joking? Okay. Alright, so let me go to the stage for a second. Oh my God. It's been a crazy day here. My eyes are very sore and red and I'm tired, okay? But, okay? So, Astrodoodles for Love Triber first. Actually, what I'm going to do, sorry Love Triber, what I'm going to do, I know I should be like really, really like, tough and stand up to all this demands, all these demands. But I really feel that, because I can get really, really tough and mean if you want me to. I can just say, no. But it's not much fun. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to immediately jump over to Emma and pull an oracle for you. And then I'm going to pull another oracle for Riandel. Just for kicks, okay? And then we're going to do the Astrodoodles, okay? Now, if anybody wants to throw in power money, big super chats for the Astrodoodles, great. Yes, money talks, people. Money talks, seriously. Okay, so let me go to the stage here. Alright, you can see here that I was prepping up to do some Astrodoodles for you guys, and then I got completely ambushed, okay? It's alright, Emma, it's okay. I got ambushed, I accept it, I'm not going to take it personally, it's just what happens when you do these crazy things on going live streams. It's okay. Cheers, welcome everybody. Please don't be offended, but Emma, I'm just going to do this to get this out of the way. Riandel, I'm going to do this to get this out of the way, and then we're going to focus on the show, okay? The show is all about Tarot Lumination Astrodoodles, and we've already started. We have a few here already, okay? And I'm going to do 4 more tonight. I'm going to do 4 more Astrodoodles tonight, okay? Okay. Emma, Ask every channel. I donate a lot. Yes, thank you, Emma. Actually, you have been very kind and very generous. Thank you. So let me clear the deck, and we're going to go straight over to Emma, okay? I know, Emma, you have not bugged me for ages. It's okay. So we're on a clock. There's the bug me clock, okay? The clock, it expires, so you can start all over again. Fantastic, isn't it how it all works? Stay there. So this one, I'm just pulling this. I haven't even prepped anything, but I'm just going to do it. Okay, this is going to be fun. Okay, this is going to be fun. Talk about fun. Okay, okay, we're talking about Tim. Okay, so let's focus on Tim. Stay there, Emma. Don't go away since you're here now. Yay. Hey, JGF, I see you. Yeah. Emma, I just want to let you know, in case you haven't noticed, JGF is a stunningly handsome, attractive male. Terra Lumination is not a hookup site. This is not spiritualsingles.com. He has your number. Okay. Tim has your number. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, let's just see what the cards have to say. This is going to be a hint about a message about the nature of the relationship itself. Okay? How does Tim feel? Well, I think we've already established that there's something there. Okay? It's just that it's a little tiny bit awkward because of the workplace. And if I remember, there's a significant age difference. But personally, that doesn't bother me. What concerns me is the workplace issues, if Tim is the right one that I'm thinking of, yeah. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to pull this one. It says here, stay optimistic. Oh, interesting. Stay optimistic. Yes, okay. You hoped he wanted to pursue you. Well, the chances are, the thing is, Emma, my guess is that he would actually like to pursue you. I haven't even looked at the card yet. I'm just sitting here feeling things and soaking up some vibes. And my feeling is that he was, right now, he's wishing, my God, I wish you were not an employee. And then he would see things differently. Okay? Okay. So it says here, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, Emma Jones, I would like to say that you are one of the most positive thinkers when it comes to love and romance. Because you sure do, you put yourself on the line. Okay? You put yourself totally on the line. Okay, I'm going to read this for you. You've left? You quit? Oh my gosh. You quit the job? You quit the warehouse job? Oh my gosh, that changes everything. It says here, the romance angels send you this card to remind you that you have a strong influence upon your love life satisfaction. If you've been complaining or worrying lately, the angels guide you to shift to a more optimistic perspective. Even if you've had your romantic hopes repeatedly dashed, there's still reason to hold the faith that real love can be yours, if you believe it. In other words, you gotta believe it to see it. In other words, flip everything round, Emma. In other words, you don't have to see it to believe it. Okay, it's not about seeing it to believe it, which is the normal expression. Here we are flipping it around, okay? You gotta believe it to see it. So my feelings are that there's something bubbling here. Today, take action steps to positively manifest the love life you desire. Whether you're single or in a partnership, begin by visualizing yourself as romantically happy and satisfied. In other words, love thyself. See and imagine yourself with a wonderful partner who embodies the qualities that are important to you. Imagine that person appreciating and loving you too. Wow. Freaking awesome. You can write lists and conduct journal sessions with your feelings, hopes, desires, and intentions. You can also create a dream board with images and phrases related to your love life goals pasted onto a poster board. Seriously, that's actually very powerful stuff. Daily look at this dream board with positive intent and follow any inner guidance to take actions related to your dreams. Also, be prepared to edit and modify your dream board as you go. Your positive outlook will make you a more physically and energetically attractive person, which will definitely help your relationship with yourself and everyone else too. In other words, we're talking about the laws of attraction here. So he has your number, okay? And I'm assuming that you have his number, Emma. I'm not going to do a clarification because I'm not even really doing these readings. So, Emma, what I'm thinking of, yes, this card is definitely referring to Tim, but it's actually referring to your whole love life more than anything. And it's asking you to look at your whole love life from a much bigger perspective and love thyself first, love from within. It's perfectly okay to want and to desire the way you do, especially with regard to Tim, okay, for example. I don't know, this might sound really, really scary to you, Emma. Have you ever considered walking back into the workplace and just hanging out in the coffee break room or something? And kind of giving like a wink wink to Tim? I'm just going totally out there. Totally out there. It's outrageous. But sometimes it's very, very natural and normal for, like, if, hold on, look at it this way. In the old days, when courtship was done in a very old-fashioned way, yeah, sure, the guys would go around, you know, hustling and pushing and chasing and rampaging and trying to impress women, but it's perfectly acceptable for a woman to drop a hint, you know? The wink of an eye contact, body language. Sometimes it could be just literally you showing up at the office, showing up at the warehouse, going to the coffee break room, and hanging out for a moment. Hey, I miss you guys so much. And all of a sudden, Tim appears. Okay? Oh, I have tried, but at work he kind of rejected you. Well, it's the workplace. He probably has to reject you by law. Okay? Otherwise he could get, you know, in trouble in the workplace for exploiting employees. Okay? Whoa, I'm sorry, a hug and a kiss out of politeness on your last day, that's way, way above and beyond workplace, you know, politeness. There's some kind of hidden gesture there, okay? Anyway, let's go back. Oh, definitely some vibes, gotta be very careful. Hello, Robin's Realms, I see you. Emma, I have to move on because I have to move on. Let's do the Astrodoodles, okay, people? Let's get on and do the Astrodoodles. Thank you for hanging out, Emma. The story, by the way, Emma, the story is not over, okay? It's not over by any means. Also, remember that you, along with 7.5 billion other people, oh my God, Emma. Emma, you are bold, but sometimes it takes courage to love and be loved, especially at the ways and the levels that you like to operate. I mean, you're obviously very intense, very loving, and very lovable, okay? Am I after Astrodoodles? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Riandel. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Okay, Riandel. Are we, oh gosh. Okay, Emma, thank you. I'm sure we'll meet up again in the future. Hold on, let me just check here. Riandel. Okay, this show, it says in the titles, Astrodoodles live stream, something like that, okay? And everybody wants a reading. Riandel, because you're a complete, utter newbie, I'm going to do a one-card oracle reading for you. So what oracles would you like? Would you like something to do with your psychic awareness? Would you like something to do with your like deep internal struggle between your ego and your soul? Would you like a message from nature? Would you like some kind of powerful message to get you grounded and back down to earth if you're feeling very, very spaced out? Something like that. Just give me a hint. Yes, Love Triber, I'm going to do Aquarius first. Aquarius is coming up. I just want to take care of Riandel and that's it, okay? Riandel. If it's lovey-dovey issues, we can pull another Romance Angels card for you. But if it's something else, okay? So, Riandel, please type it in on the screen. If you have an issue, what are the messages? I think the deep internal struggle between my soul. Aha, okay, stay right there, don't go away. I'm going to pull out the Power of Surrender deck. Stay right there, okay? All right, I'm back. Stay there, don't go away, okay? All right, so we've got some Aquarius energy here tonight. Riandel, this is for you, and it's a courtesy reading because you're a complete newbie. You're a complete, utter newbie. And I love having newbies show up completely out of the blue like this. So that's why I'm honoring your presence here today, right now, okay? So this is just going to be one card, all right, Riandel? You don't have to ask anything or say anything. Just be present, okay? It's a lovey-dovey issue, but we can deal with it through here. Don't you worry. This is the power of surrender. This is the art of letting go. This is how you evolve and grow and adapt through the art of letting go of expectations. Because the ego wants one thing and the soul wants another thing. And sometimes they are very far apart, you know. Okay? Stay there, Riandel. You don't have to do anything. Keep it super, super mellow, Riandel. Keep it super, super mellow. Let's just have a look. This message is all about you. I'm asking you to completely forget about Austin at this moment. Even though that's obviously your concern, when you picked out this deck, it tells me that you already understand that the real issue is deep inside of you, okay? Here we go. That's it, okay. Here we go. This is for you. Surrender to your intuition, okay? So you obviously know what's going on. Love Triber has a terrific message for you, Riandel. And it's actually the same kind of message that could go to Emma. Love Triber is saying, Dear Riandel, drop your books accidentally at his feet. Flirt the old-fashioned way. Get it? Anyway, it says here, tune into your inner voice. Beware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Okay, so the chances are, dear Riandel, you already know deep down at the soul level, deep inside of you, what is going on here. In other words, to me it feels like you're smart enough to understand that there's the ego and the fear, like, oh, does he love me? Does he love me not? Am I attractive enough? Am I in the right like socioeconomic bracket? Have I done the right things? Did I say too much? Have I said too little? I'm so scared that this doesn't work. If I don't get what I want through my ego, am I going to be sad and rejected and lonely and feeling like a loser? And then there's the other side, which is the soul issue, okay? Where if you want to, please, Riandel, look at this tiny little situation as an example of discovering the ego compared to the soul. Like if deep, deep, deep down you know through your intuition that your soul is telling you, honestly, he doesn't really love me, We connected and we had a chat, and it's more to do with politeness in society and friendship and diplomacy and all those things, but there was no love. If that's what the soul is saying, but the ego wants this, obviously that's a setup for war. Okay? So what I think is happening in this reading is that you are being asked to surrender to your intuition. In other words, if your intuition has one story over here, and you know it deep in your gut and your soul, you absolutely know it, and this story is different from this story, which is the ego talking, which is, I want this fellow, I want Austin, I want him to love me. Okay? That's the ego. And if he doesn't love me, I must be useless or worthless, or he must be mean and nasty. Okay? That's the ego talking. That's very three-dimensional. It's all fueled by your limbic system, your hormones, and everything like that. The soul is completely different. Okay? So all I'm suggesting is, with this message here, surrender to your intuition. The thing is, Riental, you're already aware. The thing is deep down inside, you already know. Your intuition knows. Your soul knows. And that's the chances are you wouldn't be asking this reading if everything was in alignment. So there's something out of alignment between the soul awareness and the ego awareness. And it's up to you to deal with it. Okay? All right? All right. I'm going to leave it at that. Just going to leave it at that. Very, very simple and kind of open. Okay? Now, this is it. That's it. I'm not doing unless I'm still accepting super chats. I'm very happy to accept monster size super chats, or even very modest super chats, to help donate towards the making of these Astrodoodles. Okay? Love Triber and the other Aquarian. Okay? Who was the other Aquarian? I think it was Riandol. Okay? Let's go, people. Okay, here we go. I'm glad that helped you. Thank you, Randall. So, here we are. Good evening and welcome. Good evening and welcome. Well, that was quite a very bouncy, lively start to the show. I'm doing this to get the Astrodoodles out there, because I have to make the Astrodoodles anyway, and I got inspired by Primary Feathers, who is an outstanding artist, to do it live. Just like that, okay? Because I have to make the doodles anyway, and it's a really miserable process. I'm sorry. I've learned the hard way after 2.5 years with this channel that making all the reports and all the Astrodoodles on my own and then posting up there on the channel is miserable. It's a lonely, miserable experience. But when I do it with you guys, it's fun. So let's go. Okay, here we go. So, as promised, we're going to start with Aquarius. Okay? Now, before I even get to Aquarius, I'm just going to show the notes for the month. These are the Astrodoodle notes for December 2019. And like I showed you guys the other night, the whole month is completely and utterly dominated by this thing here, this monster. Okay? And it's even happening in November, and it's happening even more in January. So you're going to just see this thing appear over and over and over again in all the Astrodoodles for the next few months. Okay? And that's just how it is. So just get used to it. Okay? So very early on in December, we come into the month from a Capricorn new moon. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, it's not a, sorry. We come in with a new moon. Sorry, excuse me. I just want to check something. I'm going to go back to my November doodles. Give me a second, because I'm not looking at all my charts. Sometimes I have like tons and tons of data in front of me. Okay. It's the new moon in Sagittarius. It's kind of confusing. At the very end of November, we have the big new moon in Sagittarius. Okay? And a few days later, we have this huge Capricorn stellium. So these are happening right at the end of November. Okay? And they flush all the way into early December. thank you, Love Triber, for setting up a precedent about donations for Astrodoodles. Yes, I believe it is truly possible. It is a worthy cause, and I'm going to celebrate with you guys. In fact, how about this for a super deal? I would even pull an oracle card. I would even do that for somebody. It looks like a bunch of people had to go. All right. Once people realized that I'm not doing readings, a lot of people disappeared. Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, we're coming into December here. Okay? Excuse me. So early on in December, we've got the early surges of the Sagittarius new moon. Okay? And we've got the energy of this huge Capricorn stellium from the 29th of November. Uranus is still retrograde all December. Neptune has now turned direct. Jupiter enters Capricorn. That's kind of a big deal. And Mars is going into Scorpio. Okay? Mars sits in Scorpio all month long. Okay? So I'm just putting the first 2 weeks of December right here. And I'm not going to focus on it very much, to be honest. I'm going to move on quickly over here to the full moon, which is around December 12th. At that full moon, the moon will be in Gemini opposing the sun in Sagittarius, okay? And you'll see that on your chart in a moment. Later on, the moon is going to be at Cancer. It's going to be a really powerful kite here. Do you see this Scorpio Pisces energy? It's very powerful, and it's very supportive to all the Capricorn energy here in a kite, okay? And then the moon is in Cancer over here. So around the 13th of December, it's a very delicious moment in time. Love Triber, thank you. Capricorn next with a Power of Surrender card. Okay, I guess we could do that. Excuse me. My throat is kind of messed up. I've been having lots of conversations these last few days. Let's keep going. Towards the end of the month, this is where it starts to get really freaky. The new moon eclipse plus the stellium in Capricorn, okay? The new moon in Capricorn. The sun and the moon are conjoined, and there's also Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto there, all piled up right here, okay? It's massive, people, and I'm going to show you on the charts in just a minute. Watch this. So first off, we've already done 4 for the month. I'm going to slide these away over here. Give me a second. I'll have to come back to those notes in a minute. This is the Aries Astrodoodle for December. And I've got a few more. This is the Libra Astrodoodle for December. Okay? I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just showing you that what we've done so far in terms of the work. We've also done the Taurus Astrodoodle for December over here. And we have also done the Scorpio Astrodoodle for December right here. Okay? Next, what we're going to do is the Aquarius. And then after that, because of the kind super chat donations from Dear Love Triber, we're going to do Aquarius, and then we're going to do Capricorn. And we'll see what happens after that. Alright, so let's make some room, people. This is where it gets really scary. Yes, chat amongst yourselves. Okay, here we go. This is what it's like when we make the Astrodoodles. This is Astrodoodles live in real time, okay? First of all, we fire up a pen, and then we draw a circle to represent the Western astrology formats, okay? Now, all you have to do is hang out and, just enjoy the evening here, because I'm just going to be doing the Astrodoodle, and I'll try and talk our way through it. So this is going to be for Aquarius, okay? and it's for December 2019, and this is courtesy of Tarot Illumination Astrodoodles. All right. So let me delineate the planets and the signs and all of that kind of stuff first of all. Okay, let's just get that rolling first. If you need to just hang out and, you know, do your nails and pick your nose and, I don't know, make tea or make coffee or have some beverages, do what you got to do. I'm right here. I'm going to actually top up with another beverage in a moment. But I'm going to write out the delineations first. Aquarius, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Over here, Pisces rules the second house of money. Aries in the third house. Taurus in the fourth house. Gemini in the fifth house. Cancer in the sixth house. Leo in the seventh house. Okay, you can see how it's all panning out, right? Got it? Virgo in the eighth. Libra up here in the ninth house. Scorpio rules the 10th house. Sagittarius over here in the 11th. Just like that. And Capricorn over here in the 12th. So, if you noticed from the earlier charts, there's a huge emphasis in Capricorn. So it's the same for you, okay? Same for you, Aquarius. There's going to be 5 planets at the maximum in December. So I'm just putting 5 planets there. I'm going to put Pluto, Saturn, Venus, and at the new moon eclipse at the end of the month we have the moon, and I think it's Mercury as well. Let me just double check. Or is it Venus? I'm going to have to double check. I can't remember. I'm doing a lot of this just by memory. It's Venus. I thought so because Venus, Mercury is up ahead. Okay. And Venus is in there too. Excuse me. And Jupiter comes in. That's what we got. This is going to be an amazing. Let me just show you the close-up here. Okay. Pluto, Saturn, Venus, Moon, and Jupiter. This is right at the end of the month, but I'm stuffing them all in here right now to get you prepped up and aware. The North Node is over here in Cancer, right there. So this is a massive opposition over here. I'm going to underline this one, and I'm going to write in the basics. We have the full moon in Gemini on the 12th, okay? The moon is over here on the 12th in Gemini. And that's at the same time when we have the Sun in Sagittarius on the 12th. Sun in Sagittarius on the 12th, okay? So that will be the axis of the full moon, okay? Sun opposing the moon over here. 5th house and 11th house. So this is kind of fun. It's kind of exciting for the Aquarians. It's really fun. It's a fun thing. Now how that works out, maybe it's time to have a, I don't know, like some kind of celebration, okay? To me it looks, well, obviously it's to do with relationship dynamics because we're talking about an opposition here. But it's really fun because for you, Aquarius, Gemini And Aquarius is very harmonious, and Gemini rules your 5th house of creativity, creative self-expression, having fun, being happy, doing things that you love to do, true love, and like passion, and like the love of life, okay? Over here, the 5th house, you know, think of the sun or Leo or something like that. All right. So I have to write it in here. Okay, I'm going to put this over here as full moon. Full moon in Gemini. Like this. Okay. And I'm going to put the full moon over here too. And I'm going to highlight this one. This is going to be the Capricorn new moon eclipse. Okay. Okay, you see this thing here? This is a monster. This is what the whole month is about, really. I know it sounds kind of strange because, you know, a lot of the online astrologers and something, they're going to be talking about all sorts of things, and that's fantastic. You know, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and that's great for your love life and things. But this is what really counts, people. Okay? So this is the new moon eclipse. Okay, over here. Capricorn, and it's a stellium. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to light it up for you. We've also got Neptune in Pisces over here. And we've got Uranus in Taurus over here. And we're going to have Mars is in Scorpio all month long. Over here, Venus is moving across. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the rest of the chart. It's just, there's just no point really. If somebody wants to and they want to book a private reading, I'm sure we can do that. But right now I'm just going to illustrate and highlight and color up the things that are important with a kind of sense of, like a sense of importance. So I'm going to give it a big green light, okay, for the Sagittarius full moon over here and the full moon in Gemini. Not everybody's going to get the green light, okay? But you're lucky, Gemini. You're very lucky in this regard. So I'm going to give that a bit of a green light squiggle over here. My feeling is that you're going to get... This is in the middle of the month, okay, for December. I'm not going to analyze these right now. I'm just doing the doodles, okay? We'll probably get into it more towards the end of November and getting everything prepped up for December. So you can look forward to this, because I think what will happen is you're going to realize how sweet it is to be connected to certain very loving individuals in your life, in your world, where it makes you feel like you're doing something right as an Aquarian. You're doing something right where you can see glimpses of how your relationships with certain particular loved ones, whoever they might be, are really good, not just for you, but for humanity, the community in general, and how it's appreciated. It's kind of the energy of like relationship dynamics where other people would recognize you, Aquarius, as being someone who's very, very good for the community, okay? And in the particular relationships that you nurture in the context of the community that benefit from your love, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to highlight the Capricorn stuff here in orange, okay? Because it's actually quite challenging for you, Aquarius, because it's around the health axis. And the beauty of this, also, there's a couple of good things about it, is that this is a really, really powerful, energy to help you expand in terms of your spirituality, in terms of your connection with the divine, with heaven, with your invisible friends. There's so much power piled up here in your 12th house. It's impossible. You can't ignore it. You're going to feel like whatever they call it, like that cliche, ascending, okay? So that's all happening over here, okay? Now, the flips, I mean, it's very beautiful in its own way, but the flip side of it is that in order to ascend and to really exploit and take advantage of all this power here, it does require you, Aquarius, to be extremely nimble and extremely humble in dealing with this energy, because it's really relentless with the Pluto Saturn there, but it's very blessed with the Venus and Jupiter there. And so it's like you're being exposed to your spirituality and your divinity like never before. You're seeing the huge the meaning of this in your life, and you're also seeing about what happens. You get exposed to the idea of like, well, what happens if I ignore all this stuff? If you ignore all this energy, then the chances are you can become like really, honestly, kind of sick. The way I look at it, it would be because this has a good chance of exposing a lot of things that you might not want to deal with. On the other hand, when they are exposed and you deal with them, this is incredibly healing energy over here for the Aquarians. It's incredibly liberating, deeply transformational at the depth of the soul. I'm going to add a little bit over here just to emphasize with the 6th house regarding healing over here, because this is a house of exactly what are you going to do about your healing. I'm going to light up the the hot spots over here. We can talk about this in more detail later when we get into the month of December, okay? So I'm not going to fuss about it now. This is the big one here. This is the big one for you, okay? I'm just going to highlight the doodle itself. This is for the Aquarians out there. Super. I'm going to keep it, I'm making this chart very simple for the month, because I've decided I'm not going to, unless somebody, wants to pay, for personal readings, we can do with all the other stuff that's happening over here with Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. But the real emphasis is on Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, okay? So I'm just going to leave it at that. All right? Thank you, Aquarius. There is your Astrodoodle for December. I think it's time to celebrate. We're going to move straight on now with Capricorn with a Power of Surrender card. Oh, okay. With a Power of Surrender card, I'll just do that for the donor. Dear donor, dear Love Triber donor, I'm going to do this for you specifically, to get you a Power of Surrender card before we even do the Astrodoodle. How about that? So I'm going to reach back to this deck. We used this deck earlier. Okay? I'm just going to check in with something because the chat is frozen here. At least it seems to be. Hello. Is everything okay out there? Okay, so I just posted that for fun. I know there's not a lot of people here, so maybe you're just like having a nice dozy quiet evening, or very, very early morning if you're in England. And you're not typing much, it's okay. Alright, so you asked for a Power of Surrender card because you put in a little donation. Thank you very much. I wish more people would donate. It would really help the channel. Here we go. The chat is working. I see you guys. Don't worry. Cool. So this is just totally random, okay? Mr. Ross, Sir Gregory is here. Good evening, Sir Gregory. Hi, thank you very, very much for hanging out. This is a kind of a new thing I'm doing right now because I have to do the work. I'm doing these Astrodoodles, but I'm doing them live because it is such a miserable process doing them here on my own. The Divine Mrs. Jones. Ah, you're one of the Brits. The Divine Mrs. Jones. You must be one of the Brits, or Irish, or Norway, or let's see. No, I'm guessing Brit. I'm guessing that Divine Mrs. Jones is a Brit. From jolly old England. How do you donate? Well, there's several ways, Mrs. Jones. You can check the links below. You can go to terralumination.com, for example, and if you scroll through all the menu listings, you will find a button that says Donate, and you can put your whole trust fund in there if you want. I will gladly accept it. Or you can do something called Super Chat. When you look at the screen in front of you, where you just very close to where you type, there's a little $sign in a gray box. You're in Wales. Wales. Okay, I know. I've been there. Oh, Mrs. Jones, I have some stories for you about Wales. Yes, Gregory. Just tell her. Thank you, Gregory. You go to the little gray box underneath there. It has a $sign. That is the Super Chat box. And apparently what it does, it opens up a window where you can swipe your credit card digitally and put money into the Super Chat box, and it comes straight to the channel. It's fantastic. So anyway, Mrs. Jones, there I was. I was a young lad, and at this time I lived in England. And I'm going to tell you a very scary story. I can't remember the name of the town, but it was on the... Actually, I'm going to make you a doodle. Watch this. Okay, so here are the British Isles. Okay, squiggly Scotland up at the top here. And then we kind of scroll down, and then there's Wales, and then there's all of that. And the Isle of Wight, of course. And then there's like southeast, and then all of that kind of stuff over here. There's London, okay? That is London. And then there's Ireland over here, okay? And there's Wales. This, okay? This is Wales, okay? Right over here. And when I was a young lad, I went on a big road trip all over England. Hitchhiking, and I was just hitchhiking. I was totally crazy, just totally insane. And I'm proud to say that I hitchhiked all the way from Land's End to John O'Groats. And when I arrived at Land's End, I peed. I went to the very tip of Land's End, and I peed off the end of Land's End. I was marking my territory. And then I went all the way up to John O'Groats, and I peed off the very tippy far end of John O'Groats. And I was marking my territory. But in between, I stopped in Wales. I went tootling all the way around here, and I stopped in a seaside town, which I think was somewhere just here. Uh-oh, Robin's Realm just put some money in the hat. Okay, Robin, I'll just put you a post-it note here so I don't forget, okay? Give me a second. Robin's Realms readings. You're going to get a little power surrender card. You have to be patient, okay? I got it. Thank you, Robin. I'll put that over here. So let me just check in. I'm telling a story to Divine Mrs. Jones in order to, let's say, get her used to hanging out here and throwing donations on the channel. So you can understand that it's a friendly, fun place to do things. So there we were, okay? I know it's out of proportion. England goes way up to here, actually, if you do it properly. Edinburgh is up here, and Scotland, and the Loch Ness Monster is up here, and there's Dublin's over here. But the story I'm talking about, Mrs. Jones, Terralumination was over here, okay? And I was very hungry, and so I went to a fish and chips place right on the coast, okay? And it was, I had something, I think it was sort of like some kind of, I didn't get the fish and chips, it was some kind of like curry. I had some kind of like curry thing with rice and vindaloo or something like that, okay? and it was chilly, and it was wet, and it was gray. And I stayed in a youth hostel over there. And the next morning I got up and I read the local newspaper, and somebody who was gossiping about how this local fish and chip shop, Indian shop, fast food place was actually using dogs. They were actually using dog meat to put into the beef vindaloo, because it wasn't really beef. And so this caused tremendous chaos in the town for a day or two. And so I decided I'm just not going to stay here anymore, and I don't really care. I just decided I'm going to move on, and so I went up to all these other places, and that was the end of the story. That's my story about Wales. I have other stories about Wales too, but that's my story for you tonight. Thank you, Mrs. Jones. There we go. So I hope that, yeah, that's your story. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Can you imagine such a thing? All right, now we're going to do Capricorn, people. We're going to do Capricorn, and then I have to do, hold on, wait a minute. I'm getting distracted here. Robin wants to surrender as well. Okay, I get it. So I have to do a miniature Power of Surrender reading for Love Triber. Got it. I see what's going on here. I get it. I understand you. I'm going to just put it up here. Power of Surrender. POS. Same thing for Robin. Power of Surrender. Got it. Got it. I got it. Meanwhile, before we get into all of that, I have to make some room so that I can actually do the chart. This is the actual Astrodoodle. Okay, I have to check something. Yes, Divine Mrs. Jones, I would say it's an urban myth. I had a super meal. It was delicious, and I was very glad for whatever it was that I ate. But to me, it was delicious. And I actually did stay around, and I did have other food. And the fish and chips, I have to tell you, was incredible. Just incredible. So no matter what they say about the beef curry, the fish and chips was just amazing. There we go. By the way, so what part of Wales are you in, Mrs. Jones? Okay, here we go. Capricorn, December 2019. Just as promised, okay? Oh, you want your card first? Okay. All right, I get it. Got it. Okay. So we're going to pull the card first for Love Triber. Here we go. The Divine Message. Oh my gosh, look at that. Thank you, Mrs. Jones. Let's have a look. It's lucky that you're divine. It's kind of cool that you're divine. I'm glad that you title yourself as divine. Excellent. Thank you for your story. Okay. Jojo, new. Hello, Saul. What's going on? Jojo's new. Thank you for subscribing. Subscribers are great, but what I really need is members. Okay? Oh, you're up in North Wales. Divine Mrs. Jones, North Wales. Have you ever, over here, I have my net, I'm all excited now. Hold on. Huh? I'm all excited. Hey, Divine Mrs. Jones. I've actually tooled around through North Wales. I was also a motorcycle freak. And this is going way back into my youth when I used to live in England for a few years. And I had some friends who were bikers, but on this trip I was on my own, and I had a really nice big fat motorcycle, and I was screaming around through the wiggly windy mountain hills over in North Wales. And that didn't last long, but it felt fantastic while I was going through, yeah. Oh, you're the psychic, you're another we got another psychic medium here. Holy jeez. Anyway, what I was going to tell you is that like maybe 4 or 5 nights a week, I like to watch Netflix. And one of the series I watched a few months ago was about all these doing up all these oldie worldy homes in Great Britain, and they focused on North Wales, and they had some beautiful homes that they were doing all these remodelings and refurbishing in North Wales. I can't remember the name of the show or anything, but it was very inspiring. Drippin' in Ice is here again. Hello, Denise. Everybody, I'd like to let you know Denise is a psychic medium. Anyway, let me finish the other story for Denise. So on this show on Netflix, they showed all these lovely, beautiful homes in these beautiful Welsh valleys and the beautiful, luscious green hills. And it was beautiful. But no offense, Divine Mrs. Jones. Obviously, they did a lot of editing on the show because, or maybe they just shot it in very lucky days in summertime, because they don't tell you, like they don't tell you anything about Great Britain, about how it is so cold and wet for, 6 months of the year. And Wales can be really soggy and wet and cold. Of course, on this TV show on Netflix, it looked absolutely sunny and balmy and beautiful. I'm just sharing another story. Okay. Hello, Jojo. Hello, Dripping in Ice. Hello, Saul. Hello, Jojo. Yeah, let's get back. I've got to do some reading. Okay, so this is turning out to be a very bizarre show, but do I really care? So long as I get super chats, I don't care. You can just throw them in as much as you want. I'll take it all. All right. I'm going to pull a Power of Surrender single oracle card for Love Triber. The whole idea of the Power of Surrender deck is to learn how we can evolve, grow, and adapt through the art of letting go. The art of letting go. All right, let's have a look. Dripping in Ice wants a newbie reading. Jojo's going to want a newbie reading. Oh my God, what have we done? Okay, jeepers, man. It never stops with you people. Just what am I supposed to do? It's okay, I'll figure it out. Right, let me make some notes here. I just want to make sure I don't get too distracted. I'm here to finish the Capricorn Astrodoodle in a little while. In the meantime, we're going to do a surrender reading for Love Triber. Okay? See, I told you, Mrs. Jones exactly affirmed my notes earlier. It is peeing down and it is blowing a gale. There you go. You can thank the North Atlantic for that. Okay? Robin's Realms Readings is another highly gifted reader. All right, so with this Power Surrender deck, like I was saying, it's about kind of like understanding that there is sometimes in our lives we have this huge divergence between the energy of the self and the energy of the soul, because a lot of the energy of the self we carry in our head. Okay, it's a lot of like our brain is like a CPU, central processing unit, computer designed to look for problems and then solve them. And a lot of us today, of course, is like, hold on. A lot of us today, because of the way the world is working, a lot of us live from the neck upwards. Okay? It's kind of how it is, 75% of the American population used to be agrarian. It was all about using your hands, using your body, going out, plowing the fields, milking the cows, building the barns. Not anymore. That's all been done. We're left with, 360 million people in the United States. 80% of them live in cities doing stuff with their brain upwards. Even if they're driving trucks, you've got to use all of this constantly just to stay alive on the road. Anyway, with the Power Surrender, we're talking about the self versus the soul. And the self, I'm talking about all the stuff that we think of as us in here, in our brain, our sense of identity. But the soul is another energy. It's It's nothing to do with anything except the soul energy. And sometimes there's a huge disparity. The self wants this, but the soul wants that. The self expects this, the soul knows different. And sometimes the way to evolve, or grow, and adapt and blossom is to release the desires and the expectations of the self and to surrender to the energy of the soul. And that can be sometimes very hard to do. That's why we're doing this little reading here. Let's get back to you, okay? Okay, Love Triber, this is for you. But I had to explain that to everybody else because this show has become completely chaotic. And I didn't expect it, so I had to explain it on the fly, on the run. I think I'm going to have to start doing more spontaneous shows like this. I don't think there's a way out of it. Alright, Love Triber, here is your little message from the great beyond to do with the art of letting go. How do we evolve, adapt, grow, and blossom through the art of letting go? Releasing. That's it. Okay, we're shuffled. Very well shuffled. Here we go. Let's have a look here. Excuse me. And your card is Surrender the Drama. Aha! For some reason this card comes up a lot on this channel. I don't know why. It says here, no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. I'm going to read this again, but I'm going to add my own little bits to it, okay? No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Do not take the bait. Do not allow yourself to react to someone else's energy or the energy of other people around you who are influencing your sense of selfhood, your sense of stability, your sense of centeredness, and your sense of status quo, your sense of dignity and selfhood and justice and honor. Don't take the bait. It's so easy to react instead of respond. And so the second message is staying centered will help resolve the issues more quickly. Staying centered would require things like observing the situation, observing the people, observing their behavior, observing your own behavior as an individual, and understanding it all from an extremely humble and very detached perspective, and making very tough, deliberate choices to refuse to be sucked in to any kind of drama, any kind of reactive behavior, and instead being utterly true to the soul self, okay? It's just that sometimes it's very hard to do that. Love Triber, I think you know how to do that. I think you've had enough rehearsals and enough practice. You know what to do, but the pressure is mounting, okay? There's no question about it, especially because of the Capricorn energy. We're talking about a massive 5-planet stellium along with the eclipse. It's just humongous. The beauty of it is that it's an incredibly life-changing, very empowering type of dynamic for individuals, wherever that lies in their chart. And it's also very challenging, okay? It's happening for the whole planet. It's not just Capricorns, okay? It's very hard to do this, okay, Love Triber? I just saw your notes. Calm and carry on. I'm going to go back to my Winston Churchill analogies from some of the shows that I watched on Netflix. Winston Churchill is an absolute master of this. He's an absolute master of detaching from the drama and looking at things in a very, very grounded, very practical, very clear manner, and staying completely, utterly centered and completely, utterly trusting in the divine nature and the goodness of things, and making really, really tough decisions to stay centered, even though it would have been so tempting to react through fear. Okay? There's no point, okay? It's tough, but I think you already know the message here. You understand it. Staying centered. You might have to do a lot of like deep internal breathing exercises. It's a very solitary process. Or maybe you can do it with someone else, maybe, but my feeling is that it's a private process of like yogi type breathing exercises to get yourself totally centered. Okay, there we go. That's your little mini reading. Thank you, Love Triber. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. I'm going to just shuffle this up to clear the deck. I'm going to put it away, and then we are going to do the Capricorn Astrodoodle. So you've probably already figured out what this is going to look like. You just have to blink your eyes and you can see it already. All right. Before I do that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get myself an extra special treat beverage. Stay right there. Do not go away. Enjoy the moment of slight hush. Shh. And that was it. I did what I have to do. You know what this is, don't you? You've seen one of these before on this channel. Okay? I'm going to fill it up roughly to this level here with one of my favorite beverages. It is a fermented grape juice, in fact. Here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to open the bottle. I've got a little bit left here, and I have some extra reserves. Here we go. I'm just going to pour the whole thing out because that's all I have left in this bottle. See that? It's beautiful, isn't it? Work of art. All right. Cheers, Love Triber. Cheers, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you very much for your kind donations. It really, really helps the channel. Every little bit, it all adds up. It all adds up. Divine Mrs. Jones is a Taurus with a Leo ascendant. Okay? That's going to be a very bold type of energy. Okay? Very rich and strong. That's how I would look at it. And if you're a psychic medium, my guess is that you would be like kind of good at the practicalities and making it very, let's say, an enjoyable experience for your clients. You know, with the Leo ascendant, I mean, you would naturally be kind of a show person, a showman, someone who really blossoms under the lights, okay? And then having something really good and solid like the Taurus energy to back that up. Let's see, that would be... So the Taurus, your Taurus sun, is very likely to be up in your 10th house of career, destiny, purpose, mission, career, all that kind of stuff. Oh, you're a Virgo sun with a Pisces ascendant. Okay, so you've got the sun roughly in the 7th house. Okay, so relationships are extremely important to you. Relationships are fundamental to how your life works out. Okay. Dripping in ice. Can I just ask, since it seems to be a thing with this channel, are you by any chance some kind of, you know, energy healer, psychic type person, you know, with a, I don't know, something like that? I'm just asking. Dripping in ice? I'm just asking, okay? We have so many people who come to this channel who are like psychics and mediums and readers and energy healers and professional caregivers and We even have like a pet psychic. It's fantastic. We have it all here. I was just asking, okay? Alright, I'm going to go back to the stage because I got to get on with this Capricorn doodle, okay? It looks sort of like this, okay? This is your typical, highly advanced, westernized astrology chart. Okay? Oh yes, by the way, thank you, Love Triber, for reminding me. Everybody, you might as well know this now. Love Triber is a cartomancy reader. She actually uses playing cards. These are the same playing cards they use in the world of gambling, most notably Las Vegas. It's a very different art form to the tarot that we use here, and it's a very precise art. It's very much like astrology in that it's very precise. You know, with the tarot, it's very, very subjective. The astrology is very precise, and the same thing with Love Triber. So if you need a Love Triber cartomancy reading, check it out. Get in touch, okay? So I'm going to put Capricorn on the horizon here. I'm going to do it like so. Aquarius is over here. I'm going to delineate the chart now. So chat amongst yourselves. As I go through all of this. Taurus rules the 5th over here. Gemini in the 6th. Cancer on the 7th over here. Leo on the 8th. Virgo on the 9th. Libra up here in the 10th house. Okay. Scorpio in the 11th. And Sagittarius over here on the 12th. Alright, so the action, obviously, okay? Obviously, everybody, you can figure it out. All the action is over here in the 1st house for all the Capricorns, okay? It's just a humongous amount of pressure. I cannot imagine what it must be like being a Capricorn right now over this next year, over these next few months. It must be absolutely mind-boggling. Of course, for some people, it'll just wash over like it never happened, but on this channel, most of the people are pretty sensitive, and that's just how it is. So I'm going to put it in 5, Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Saturn, Pluto, okay? Pluto, Saturn, Venus, Moon, Jupiter, all piled up over here. I'm going to put Neptune in Pisces over here. It's about 16 or 17 degrees. We've got Uranus in Taurus over here at about, I think it's 6 degrees right now. We've got the North Node in Cancer, zooming through. Well, it's not zooming, but... And then we've got a bit of energy in Scorpio. I'm going to put the Jupiter, I'm going to put the Sun in Sagittarius over here. And I'm going to put the Gemini new moon over here. Okay, that's the moon in Gemini. So I'm going to start marking it out, okay? Okay, this is what it's like before we put in all the color. I'm kind of like going through it quite quickly because I already know this stuff and I'm just going by the notes, and so I'm literally just filling out the charts. I'm doing very little in terms of interpretation. At the very beginning of the month, we have a huge surge of Capricorn stellium energy, and we just had the Sagittarius new moon at the end of November, okay? And that just takes up all the energy of the first 2 weeks. And then we reach the full moon around December 12th, okay? So that's over here. on the 12th. Okay. So that is kind of on your health axis over here. Might as well mark that out. New starts and new beginnings over here, of course, from November. And a culmination over here, I think what will happen over here for a lot of Capricorns is that they're going to realize they're going to have to increase they're going to have to increase their diligence when it comes to their health and habits. Okay? Look, hold on, I have to do a bit of homework here. Give me a second, I have to do some housekeeping. Okay. 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 Oh wow, it looks like there was thousands of messages from this fellow, but they're all deleted now. Okay. So anyway, I had to press a button to delete. It's really some people tell me, oh, it's a sign of how amazing you are when you are attacked by like vicious haters. It still hurts though. I have to tell you, it still hurts. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, dear person. I wish you all the best because you're going to need it. Why are you even here? Why would you even be watching this channel if you feel this way about this stuff? Why wouldn't you just go off and harass somebody else or hang out with your own kind? That's how it would. I just don't understand it. Anyway, so we got the full moon over here on the 12th. And we're going to zoom straight forward over to the end of the month where we have the Capricorn new moon eclipse, okay? I'm going to mark this over here. And this is a humongous powerhouse eclipse, okay? And that's on the 26th. So I'm going to delineate this as well. And I'm just going to color it out, okay? So I'm going to put this as a huge kind of green kind of energy over here, if you don't mind, Capricorns. Because even though it's kind of overwhelming, it's ultimately for your benefit. What I'm asking you to do, all Capricorns, is imagine that the planets love you. Okay? It might sound very strange, but that's all I'm asking. Okay? I'm going to fill this up with little green highlights, like so, just to emphasize the point here. Actually, I have to put the, I'm going to put the turquoise color in here to fill it out so I don't get forgetful. Okay, here we go, Capricorn, this is for you. So it's kind of a blurry mess. Let me just check something here. So I've just made a decision that I'm just gonna mark this as effing awesome. Okay, this is just effing awesome for you, Capricorns. It's life-changing in some way, shape, or form. There's so much pressure here. Intense pressure from Pluto and Saturn to change, to evolve, to grow, and adapt. Think of this as like the reality check police. They're not going to let you get away with anything, okay? And that's sometimes very, very tough if you've been trying to take the lazy way through life. However, if you rise to the occasion, you see all this energy as a massive blessing of sacred geometry, then this can work for you. And the beauty of it is that we've got Venus and Jupiter here as well. So this is almost like, it's like divine blessings in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how to describe it. It's just humongous. And I'm not just saying that, okay? I'm going to mark the 12th 6th house axis as a little bit of orange, because anything to do with the 12th 6th house axis, I almost always see it as kind of a challenge. So that's what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to mark it there as a bit of a challenge. I'm not going to worry too much about the nodal axis here, because it's almost like, who cares right now? What really counts is that you take care of yourself, Capricorn. You become like the most super upgraded version of yourself that ever existed in humanity. Okay? Oh, by the way, Love Trevor, I'm going to put this aside because we just did this for you. And hey, Chantal, what's going on? Okay, yay. We actually have Mars in Scorpio all month, by the way, in December. That's kind of exciting. Uranus in Taurus. I guess I should mark this over here, because this is kind of an interesting dynamic over here for the Capricorns. This is kind of exciting in a way. It's very enervating. Actually, I'll put a bit of orange here, because the Mars-Uranus opposition is volatile. Okay, let's just mark it as volatile. And that's going to be going on all month. So it's just like just be careful, okay? Just heads up. So I'm trying to give you a close-up here. Let me finish, okay, just with this over here. I'm not doing any analysis, all right, people? I'm just making my doodle. This is the Astrodoodle for Capricorns for December 2019. Thank you very much. It's very simplified, because this is so overwhelming. It's just like, okay, all the other stuff, fine. I've marked out this, I've marked out this. That's fine. But this is where the action is, people. And it already started months ago. So it's not like Capricorn. It's not like this is new. It's just that it's overwhelming. Number one, Pluto, Saturn, Venus, Moon, and Jupiter on the 26th. And it's an eclipse. That's a serious, WTF moment, okay? Okay. Hey, Chantal. I'll just check in. I just want to say hi to Chantal. There we go. Hi, Chantal. Thanks for checking in. And Mrs. Jones is saying goodnight as well. And it's actually probably early morning. Christina Corns. Hello, Christina. Welcome. I'm over here. As you can see, I'm really kind of dopey and tired. It's been one of those days, and I have to do these Astrodoodles, so I'm doing them live. And I'm asking for people to donate with super chats. I've done some weird, totally random, unexpected oracle readings, and that's as far as we've got, okay? Check in and say hi. Christina Corns, you are, as far as I'm concerned, you're totally brand new, so please introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are, where you come from. Are you in Canada? Are you in Scotland? Are you in Oregon? Whatever it is. Oh, you were saying goodnight to Chantal. Oh, okay. I see you. Thank you, Mrs. Jones. I get it. I understand. Okay, let's go back to the stage for a second. And why? First of all, I want to say thank you, everybody. We've now completed this. I'm going to leave it this. Drippin' in Ice is back. Uh-oh, I know what you're going to say, Drippin' in Ice. I already know. Oh, man. Okay, Capricorns, this is yours. Thank you very much. I'm going to put this over here with the others. See, it's all piles up. See, I do these on my own. It's such a miserable process doing it on my own, but they're piling up and I can do it with fun. Ah, Christina, you're in Florida. Yes. So it's probably still quite warm there. Cheers. Welcome, Christina. You work as a waitress. You live in Florida. You're 57. Cheers. You're now one of us. You are now one of us. You're a Cancer, and you often relate to Libra. Aha! Okay, you're giving away a lot of clues already. Before I go on to the next Astrodoodle, whatever that is, I'm going to do a oracle reading for Robin's Realms Readings. Robin put some money in the hint hint super chat, and so Robin gets a reading. Okay, I'm not going to really mess with the stage too much. I want to leave this all set up for the next Astrodoodle. Bella True. Bella True is new. Hey Bella. Hey Robin. Just hold on a second. I want to explain what's happening to Bella True, okay? Hey Frittily, what's going on? Dripping in Ice is in Florida. You see, we have these wonderful connections. Hold on. Hello, Dripping in Ice. I see you out there. Hello, Bella True. I'm not really, let's see. I might be doing Gemini, yes. If anybody wants to throw money into the super chat for doing the Astrodoodles, that would be amazing. Truly amazing. We've already had some super chats here today already. It feels amazing to be paid to do this, because I normally just do it all for free, but I can't tell you, like, it feels so much better when the money comes in, okay? You're in Bradenton under Tampa, okay. Okay, Bella True, you've already figured out that this is kind of like a tarot astrology kind of weird channel type of thing. And there's a very high likelihood, if I do more Astrodoodles tonight, it's very possible that it will be Cancer and Gemini. Okay, I just want to let you know. But I'm going to keep the show rolling for a little bit just to see what happens, okay? Yeah. I want to check in. I just want to read the notes from Christina. Hold on. Christina's a Cancer sun sign, often relating to Libra. Let me see if we did the Cancer Astrodoodle already. Stay there, Christina. I can't remember. I have a brain like a sieve. So we've already, these are the Astrodoodles for December. We did Scorpio. We did Taurus. We've done Libra. We've done Aries. We've done Aquarius. And we've done Capricorn. No, in other words, we have not yet done Cancer. Okay? Okay. Okay. Who are you asking, Christina? Are you psychic? Who are you asking? We have a bunch of psychics on this channel. It's not unusual. And so in case you're interested, I used to work as a consultant for psychics and mediums. I was a paid consultant in Hollywood to help celebrity psychics and mediums when they come unglued. Can you imagine that? What a freak job that was. Can you imagine? So, I don't know. You're asking me. Here's the thing, Christina Corns. I can do all that stuff, like the work of a psychic medium, and I have been paid to do it before, but I don't really see it as my calling. It's just because I can do it. It happens now and again, but it only happens according to divine intervention, okay? So whenever I've done psychic readings with people, medium readings with people to deal with the people from, like their loved ones from the great beyond, it only happens in very special conditions, okay? But for a while, when I was, because I live in Los Angeles, for a while I used to work as a consultant to help psychics and mediums, like celebrity psychics and mediums, when they come unglued. Because can you imagine being one of those psychic mediums, like a celebrity psychic, and when they start to like fall apart? It's really, really tough. Okay? It's I can't tell you how weird it is to work in the world of psychics and mediums. I mean, there are some people who've got it all locked down, like the John Hollands and, Lisa Williams, and there's so on. Like, they've got it totally locked down. They have their websites, they have their tours, they have their cruise ships, and they do it all. And that's their career. That's what they do. That's not my career. That's not my calling, even though I can do it, okay? God used to talk to you a lot, but not for months now. Okay, so maybe it ebbs and flows. Don't worry about it. So anyway, let's go back to the stage, because I have an obligation now to read for Robin's Realms readings. Yes, the reason I stopped doing that work is because, it's very much... Actually, I'm just going to share something with you people. Okay? Probably the biggest reason I stopped doing that kind of work, I only did it for about a year, maybe, a year and a half, is that it's really no different from what happens here on three-dimensional planet Earth. There are a lot of energies when you're operating at the frequencies of a very loving, effective psychic medium. We're talking about the super highest frequencies of love energies, okay? But just like here on planet Earth, there are a lot of other frequencies that are happening simultaneously. For example, the person who was here earlier with the initials JJ would represent something what I would call super low frequency, super hostile. And one of my challenges as a consultant to the psychic mediums was helping them to deal with the side effects of what happens with your exposure to the flip side of all this beautiful energy. Because it's just raw energy. All of it's just raw energy. And so it's the question of what do you do with it? I think of it as energy management. Learning how to be loving, learning how to be loved, and then staying there. Keeping your frequencies. But some people don't like that. Some people don't like the light. They want to shut it down. They see that as something demonic. And that's very tragic to me. That's very, very sad. Because it's almost like they're hurting themselves and they don't know it. It's very sad. And, I kept thinking, well, this kind of sucks because, I didn't really see it as my day job to be kind of a warrior, protector, defender. I was just trying to help. But it's like the more that I would help, the more toxic vibrations I would attract to me from the people who are hostile to these kind of frequencies. Okay? So, Christina, let me address you particularly. Christina Corns says here, yes, I was hearing from God, but also hearing other voices and seeing angels and demons. It got rough. Yes, that's one of the things. When you open the heart, when you open the soul to the frequencies, remember, you are a transceiver. You are transmitting and receiving energy. In order for you to receive energy, you have to be open, ready, and willing and able to receive the energy. And as soon as you open the door to receive the energy, you are vulnerable. You are exposed to all energy. So what do? How do you protect and defend yourself? Protect your privacy, protect your assets, protect your heart, body, mind, and soul. Because when you open that door to the psychic realms, you are exposed to everything. You have the love frequencies, but you have everything else. It's just that the portal is very, very big. It's very open. And so I have my own ways of what I would call, I call it energy management. In other words, it's like having a computer. How do you set up all your firewalls, your protections, your virus, antivirus, anti-invasion, anti-piracy, anything that can harm you. I have to maintain super high levels of protection, otherwise I get demolished and I can't take it. There's only so much that I can take, and I'm already experiencing burnout. So I have to be very careful. But I call it energy management. It's perfectly normal for you when you're speaking at the love frequencies. It's very normal to be exposed to the lowest frequencies of demonic evil simultaneously. So how do you deal with that? It's very, very hard. I'm just letting you know. It's very hard to do that. It requires a lot of dedication, humility, and work. Anyway, let's go back. I'm going to work with Robin's Realms now. Robin, I'm just going to keep this open, okay? I'm going to pull for you. It's going to be one card. It's a Power of Surrender from this deck. This is just a message from heaven. This is a message. Please think of this as a message from your invisible friends, okay? Not Tarot Illumination, not anything, but yours. And what we're doing here is we're using this channel as a portal, as a conduit, as an instrument for the communications, okay? I see you, Robin. I see you. Don't worry. By the way, it also helps on this channel because we have so many like healers and psychics and mediums and readers and everything who come here, especially if you're like wigging out and you're having issues. A lot of the other people here are aware of this stuff too, so you can get support. You can understand that you're in a really good place with good people for a good reason at the right time. Hello, Blazing Leo. I see you. It sounds like you're new too. All right, we're going to do a single one-card whiz-bang oracle for Robin's Realms readings, okay? And this is specifically to you, Robin, and it's going to be whatever it is, okay? You're always very brave to pull from this deck. Thank you very much. I'm thinking of doing shows where we just use one deck, okay? I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. Thank you for checking in, Blazing Leo. Please introduce yourself. Check in with everybody. Tell us who you are, where you come from. Are you in Florida? Are you in California? Are you in Canada, Australia, England? Where else could you be? Blazing Leo. You're writing in English, so anyway, let's have a look. You know what I was going to say? I was going to say Resender Surrentments. God. Okay, I'll say it again. Surrender resentments. Okay? Have you ever heard this expression, Robin? And I'm very familiar with this myself as a person. And I have this, to me it's very hard energy to manage. From my perspective, resentment kills. Resentment is like toxic poison inside of us. And when it takes a grip, it can infect and contaminate everything else in your life. Literally everything. It is like a virus that takes over and just degrades anything and everything in its path. Okay? It's like somebody who is living a life and then they discover they have a hideous disease called systemic candidiasis. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is a hideous disease. It's basically how people rot from the inside out because of a fungus. And that fungus mold is resentment. Okay, so I'm going to read from here. It says here, holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Robin, you know, we've chatted a few times, and I would never have imagined that you carry resentment inside of you. in any way, shape, or form. But for this card to be here at all, it's telling me that deep, deep, deep inside of you, there is some very ancient, deeply ingrained energy of resentment. And it's so deep and it's so buried that you might not even know it's there. But again, like the story I was talking about earlier with systemic candidiasis, okay? If you want to, you can Google it. It is a hideous, hideous condition. And some people don't even know they have it, but you can die. And it's very hard to diagnose. Okay? Systemic candidiasis. Same thing. Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments poisons you. It's like it infects every organ of your body. Your brain, your voice, your lungs, your heart, your joints, your bones, your vital organs, your skin. Everything. It's hideous. Okay? And it kills. Okay? Surrender. Now the question is, it's very easy for me to read this to you. Surrender your resentments, Robin. But in order to do that, my feeling is that this is something to do with the Capricorn energy. However, wherever this Capricorn energy sits for you in your own personal life, my feeling is that this Capricorn energy, with this huge stuff that's building up in November and December and January 2020, and then throughout the whole of 2020, is an incredible opportunity for you to discover the resentments. And then once you discover what they are, and you understand them and what they are, then this is a chance for you to release them one little bit at a time. I'm not saying you can fix all this with one click. You have to reveal it to heal it. You have to name the resentments. You have to understand that they exist at all. And once they are there, you have to apply the healing power of love. Okay? And that's a whole other story. At least you have this little card to get you started. Okay? So I hope this helps. All right, Robin? Thank you very much. It sounds easy to get one little card like that, but this is an incredibly challenging reading for Robin. Okay? It means work, it means humility, and it means patience. Thank you, Robin. Hey, Allson, what are you doing here? Oh, you missed something earlier. Dear Allson, you missed something earlier. Terra Lumination had to do the moderator thing, and there was this person hanging out here. Like a total, it was awful. Anyway, I found the right button and I did the hide thing. I think they've already disappeared because there's nothing for them to do anymore. No one can hear them, no one can see them, so there's no point. It was fun though. Oh my gosh, it was fun to press that button. All right, let's keep going, people. I'm going to hang out some more. I'm going to tuck this over here. Alright, I'm going to check in with something. Dripping in ice. You missed a troll. Hello, Blazing Leo. Let me check in with you. Hello, Blazing Leo. You're over there in Michigan. So it's probably already winter there. I'm in Los Angeles, and it's chilly, you know. But I don't have the cold that you guys have. I live very near the beach, so I have this protection from the marine layer. Like it never gets below maybe like 50. Maybe really bad, it's like 45 or 50, maybe 55, but, you know, I'm kind of spoiled, you know. So I'm just guessing, obviously you're a Leo. What's an Astrodoodle? Oh my gosh. You really have never been here before, have you? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I will show you an example of an Astrodoodle. Here we go. Please bear with me, everybody. I'm going to show a demonstration of an Astrodoodle to Blazing Leo. This whole show tonight is about Terra Lumination making some Astrodoodles for December, because I have to do it anyway. It's just that normally over the last year or so when I've been doing them, I do it on my own, and it's a miserable, tedious process. And I thought, you know what? Since we're doing more and more things live, why don't we do this live? I've been inspired by several artists on this channel, so I decided I'm going to do it too. So this Astrodoodle is a report about the astrology for the month of December, okay? And we've already made a few of them. For example, over here, this is the Scorpio Astrodoodle. This is an Astrodoodle. It's not a real astrology chart. It's a Terra Lumination interpretation of the whole month, and I'm highlighting things that I think are important. So we did we did Scorpio. We did Taurus a few days ago. Actually, we did this tonight, I think. And then we did Libra a while back, okay? And then we did Aries, all right? It looks like this. And then we did Aquarius, okay? We did this one tonight. And I think we did Capricorn tonight. I can't remember. Wait a minute. We did Aquarius and Capricorn. Yeah. We did Aquarius and Capricorn tonight. And these other guys, we did these the other day. So there you go, Blazing Leo. Now you know. All right. I was planning to do 4 Astrodoodles this evening. And if anybody's interested, since we've already had a kind of a, let's say, this cool new thing about, hint, hint, super chats for Astrodoodles, I would be very receptive to any super chats that come in. And I'm willing to do 2 more Astrodoodles tonight. If I was going to do them without thinking, I would probably do something like, let's see, it's Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Aries. I would probably do, for example, tonight I would consider doing a Leo, and I would consider doing a Cancer. So if there are any Cancerians here who want to put super chat money in, or if there are any Leos here who want to put super chat money in, hint hint, that would be very encouraging. I'm not forcing you to do so, but I am asking. By the way, thank you, Robin. I hope that helped you. It's tough, but you can do it. All right, now we have more room. I'm going to check in with you guys. Hold on. Greetings. Hello. So, I'm learning as I go. Okay? This is only the second time I've ever done Astrodoodles live. And I was kind of caught off guard from a few people who just spontaneously wanted readings. We have a bunch of new people, and that's cool. And we had to do some coaching on how to do the Astrodoodles. That's cool. I mean, not the Astrodoodles, coaching on how to do the super chats. That's cool. That's the way that people donate to say thank you, and so on and so on. When I'm doing this, I have to tell you, I've been talking to, hey Ronnie, what's going on? What are you doing? We've been going for, I think, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. I can't remember. Hey Ronnie, that was amazing. I was thinking about you earlier today, you know, with those health issues regarding this, you know, this thing. So, you know, check in, keep in touch, and maybe we can get you hooked up with some energy healing. I know you're already tuned into those things because you kind of wrote some notes in. Okay. Ronnie's working on a commission art piece. Yes! Go Ronnie! Go Ronnie! That's fantastic! Kerblam! High five! High five! High five! Thank you very much, Roni. That's very cool. Actually, that gives me an excuse to celebrate. Stay right there. I can see a bottle calling me right now. Don't go away. I'm just going to go over to the stage. Hold, stay there. Stay there. Don't go away. I have just cracked open a new bottle. First of all, I have to say cheers and welcome. It's been really fun, by the way. I don't know really where it's going to go, but I really love getting to meet new people, like Blazing Leo, and Roni Bunny is pretty new. Dripping in Ice is pretty new. And who else has just showed up who's pretty new? The Divine Mrs. Jones, Christina Corns, okay? And I think that was, and Bella True. Bella True, I guess you disappeared. Will I do a Gemini? Well, Okay, let me think about this. I still have to do, the ones that I still have to do, hold on. I'm going to make notes. Okay, because now you're getting me confused, and I'm blaming it all on you. Hold on. Hold on. What have we done already? I'm going to draw a line down the middle. Okay, so we already did Scorpio. We already did Taurus. We already did Libra. And we did Aries. And we did Aquarius. And we did Capricorn. So, we've done this, done that, done that, done that, done that, done that. So the ones we still have left to do, let's have a look. Okay. Okay, so the ones I still have left, let me have a look here. Newbie readings, yes, exactly. Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Aries. We still have to do Leo. We still have to do Cancer. And so we still have to do Sagittarius. And we still have to do Gemini. And who's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still have 2 more. What am I missing? What am I? Pisces and Virgo, of course. Pisces and Virgo. Okay. So this is where we are, people. Right now, live at this very moment in time, this is where we are. We've done these guys, okay? Alright, we still have to do these guys, okay? So there's a couple of more shows here. Actually, maybe just one more show. Like if I end up doing 2 more tonight, if anybody feels like outrageously generous and you want to throw huge amounts of money into the super chat, we'll just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Uh-oh. Ronnie Bunny, you're a Leo with Cancer rising. Leo with Cancer rising. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to let that sit there for a moment. These are all done. Thank you very much. And this is on the to-do list. These are all done. All right. All right, so I'm just going to let that sit here for a minute while I enjoy my beverages with you guys. I might as well, you know, because, okay, basically this is what I do, all right? But I normally do this at my little local coffee shops where I hang out, but I'm all on my own, tucked away in a corner with my computers and my charts and my, you know, my artwork, my artist materials. And I do that. But this is much more fun because I can do it here live with you guys and I can share my beverages at the same time. Cheers. And I don't even care anymore what other people think. Who cares about the trolls? Do I care about the algorithm anymore? You've probably noticed that I don't really care. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. It's so liberating. Hey, Drippin' in Ice, did you say where you are? Roni Bunny, did you say where you are? I know, Robin, you're over there in Texas. And Blazing Leo, you're over there in, was it Florida? Cancer Sun, 57, Waitress, that kind of thing. I can't remember everything. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at newbie readings. Drippin' in Ice wants a newbie reading. Oh, I get it. I see what you're talking about. You are a newbie. You have been a newbie. You're still a newbie. And you want your newbie reading. Okay. I'm going to do that out of the kindness of my heart. This is for you. Drippin' in Ice, Florida. Roni Bunny's over in Michigan. Okay. I think there was someone else here from Michigan earlier, and it's already winter. You're already getting snow. There's no snow in Florida right now. There's no snow over here in Los Angeles. I guarantee it. I'm in a t-shirt. Cheers. All right, Drippin' in Ice. You keep dripping hints. You keep dropping hints. So let's do it. I'm just going to pull you one card. It's going to be a little oracle card. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to type anything about what is my issue. Sometimes I ask for that. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it isn't. Like, you know, right now, right now I'm thinking, let's just get you your card. And this will be basically like what we would do on this channel, like invite your invisible friends to be with you. You see? Can you see all the synchronicity here? All the people, the synchronicity. Check each other out. Get to know each other. Thank you very much. Anyway, back to you, Drippin' in Ice. We're going to pull an oracle for you. And it's going to be on the understanding you don't have to tell me anything. Please, sometimes I invite people to tell, but at this time, please don't say anything. Just treat this little one card as a message from the great beyond for you. Something that you needed to hear. It's coming to you through Tarot Lumination and the Tarot Lumination invisible friends who are acting as ambassadors for your invisible friends. And we're just like, you know how they do in school? When you're a little kid in school and you also want to send a really important message to somebody down the road. In the olden days, like today, they would just do it on like a text on a smartphone in a schoolroom or a classroom or anywhere in the world, frankly. But in the old days, what they used to do is they would have little slips of paper. Somebody would write a message on a little slip of paper and they would pass it to the next person and say, send that to Drippin' in Ice. Send this to Drippin' in Ice. And then that piece of paper will go to the next person, then to the next person, and the next person, and then you would get your message. So that's kind of what we're doing here, okay? Oh, we have another one. Look! Sharmila Roy. Hello, Sharmila Roy. Okay? Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to work with Drippin' in Ice right now, but everyone else on the chat, hang out with yourselves, hang out with each other, get to know each other, introduce yourselves, tell your stories, do what you got to do. It's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing that we can do this at all. Please activate the attitude of gratitude, all right? We are very lucky, okay? We are very lucky people. We are very wealthy people. We are very happy people. We are very blessed people. We are literally extremely lucky to be here doing what we do, how we do this, okay? All right, Drippin' in Ice, let's go and do your little reading. Okay, I'm going to leave all this here. This is a subtle hint to everybody that the gates are still open for Super Chat. Super Chat donations. Okay, and if you don't want to do Super Chat, you can do direct PayPal. You can go to the Terralumination website, terralumination.com, and you can scroll through all that stuff, and you will find a link that takes you to the donate page. And then you just throw all your money into the donate box. Okay, it's very simple. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm inviting donations, okay? Hello, Sharmila. Tell us about yourself, Sharmila. Where are you? You know, are you in America? Are you in India? Are you in Mexico? Are you in Argentina? All right, here we go. Drippin' in Ice, this is for you. I'm just going to actually I'm going to make sure you have your own post-it note. And I'm doing this as a courtesy, okay? There you go. That's your post-it note. Drippin' in Ice, you got your own post-it note, okay? This is for you. This is your micro reading. Let's have a look. Cards are already well shuffled, as you know from before, but I go to the last second so that you're a witness. No jumpers, no flyers, no reversals, okay? None of that stuff. Bunch of nonsense, frankly. All right, let's have a look. All right, Drippin' in Ice, we have a message for you, and here is your message. Imagine that this is all beautiful synchronicity. Terralumination, invisible friends, your own invisible friends, and it all condenses and squashes down into this tiny moment in time and history where you get your own single oracle card. Okay? It looks like this. Surrender to inner peace. Okay, I'll show this up to you really close if you can see that. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm not saying this is easy. Let me just read the message first. Dear Drippin' in Ice, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Dear Drippin' in Ice, like most of the rest of the United States, I can't remember where you said you are. Could you please type it in the screen, remind us where you are? I think you said Florida, but I can't remember. If, dear Drippin' in Ice, okay, I'm just going to leave this here, okay? Here's your story, surrender to inner peace. I'm going to go over here a second. I want to check in with you personally. Dear Dripping in Ice, okay, wherever you are, please type it in. I'd love to be reminded. What I'm feeling here with this card is that you might be one of these people who is, let's say, active. You like to be active. You like to be a participant in your life. You like to do things like the feeling of being alive, okay? Doing, getting, having, seeking, being satisfied, like checking off all the boxes. Like, I did that, I did that, I did that, I got that. I got the work done, took care of my chores, I got that done, I got the food, I got the, the rent's paid, the mortgages and the bills, everything's like just getting it all done, okay? And what I'm sensing for you with this card is that all those energies and activities of living, I can't remember if you're one of the ones who said that you're a psychic medium, but if you are, you're in Florida, right? Dripping in Ice, can you remind me again, are you one of the ones who identified yourself as a psychic or as a medium? Could you please type it in? There's a reason why I'm asking. Okay? There's a reason why I'm asking. I feel like I have to wait till you reply. Sorry. This is going to give me a perfect excuse to replenish my beverage because I want to hook up with you directly. Bear with me. Tonight I have a little Shiraz. Spicy kind of wine. No, you're not a psychic medium. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, that actually makes it easier for me. Here we go. Here's to you, Dripping in Ice. I had to ask that question, Dripping in Ice, because I can't remember. There were a few people who were brand new here, and one of them identified themselves as a medium. And I wasn't sure who it was, because I can't keep track of everybody. My brain is kind of like a sieve. So what I was sensing with that card is that, like, if you're one of those people who's like very immersed in the functionality of day-to-day life, and sometimes it can be really hard to, like, relax or disconnect from all that stuff and get in touch with the heart soul center. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go back to the stage. The moment I saw this card come up for you, my feeling is that I'm going to read like the contrary energy here. It says, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Okay? Can you see the flip side of where I'm heading here? If you are one of those people where you're very active or where you're very engaged in day-to-day life, 1 minute to the next, I got to do this, I got to do that, got to do that, whatever it is, it can be extremely hard to get back to the point of inner peace. So in a way, when I read this card for you, what I'm actually sensing, what I'm actually focusing on is the flip side energy of this. Surrender to peace is almost like a way of saying, be aware of the external turmoil, the external chaos, the external illusions, okay? Please be aware that there are so many energies out there that we think is our life. We think as of obligations, commitments, and responsibilities, and we often get sucked into working like robots. But there's a whole other part of yourself, okay, dripping in ice, where you have a right to be the person you are at the very core of your soul. But to go there requires taking a huge leap of faith, going into the unknown. What I've noticed here, okay, on this channel, there's a lot of healing stuff that happens on this channel. So when it says surrender to inner peace, it's almost like saying, this is the Power of Surrender deck. It's almost like saying, be willing to let go of your attachments to the day-to-day activities of anything and everything that you feel constitutes your life. In other words, the stories, the activities, the chores, the tasks, the busy stuff. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Surrender to inner peace is like saying, let go of the chaos. Let go of the busyness. Like, especially if you like to have like a double espresso in the morning, or if you have your energy drinks, or if you're one of those, if you're like a power person, and you like to be supercharged all day, every day to get things done, to fit in with the status quo and keep your life together, I applaud you, fine. But there's so much more else out there, okay? Okay? So, surrender to inner peace means like letting go, because this deck it's all about the art of like evolving and growing and blossoming through the art of letting go of attachments. And if you're very attached to like activities, outcomes, expectations and things, that can set you up for a fall. So surrender to inner peace is just like just let it all go. Just maybe for 10 minutes a day, just switch everything off. Everything. Lock yourself in the bathroom. Lock yourself in your bedroom. Just disconnect. Okay? Whatever it is. Friends, family, work, relatives, kids, spouses, jobs, everything. Just like, you know what? I need 20 minutes just for me. Alright? That's what I'm suggesting, okay, Dripping in Ice? Give yourself 20 minutes a day just for you. Even if it means you have to use the healing power of no. The healing power of you to anyone and everything else. Get it? Get it? Anyway, I hope that helps you. Alright, so let's see. Sharmila is from Bangladesh. Oh, wow. Hey, Sharmila. I just saw something on Bangladesh the other day. I was watching one of my shows. And what I noticed is that it's very hot. It looks like it's very hot and humid. And it's very, very flat. And you are heavily exposed to a lot of hurricanes and flooding. And what do they call them in that part of the world? It's not hurricanes. It's cyclones. Cyclones, okay? Yes, Dripping in Ice, exactly. I see your thing there. The healing power of no. The healing power of the middle finger. Exactly. Sharmila. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle along here. I'm not actually here to do oracle readings. I'm trying to do the Astrodoodles. And I'm also trying to collect super chat donations to fund the Astrodoodle process. Okay? So tonight, right now, we just did 2. We did Aquarius and Capricorn, okay? We've already done Aries, Libra, Taurus, and Scorpio, but I still have 6 more to do. Leo, Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. So if anybody out there wants to throw money into the Super Chat, please do so. I will not stop you. The Super Chat button is directly below where you start typing in for the chats, okay? Okay, it says here, Charmille Leroy. Yeah, it's lots of rivers and it's a country of rivers. Yes, there is so much water that flows into Bangladesh from the Himalayas and the different water tables way high up in the Himalayas. But there's also the big waters that come at you from the oceans and the cyclones. Okay? Oh, Frittily. Frittily, thank you for your message of encouragement. Frittily is basically telling us on the screen here, Frittily has been using the healing power of Akyu a lot lately. Enforcing boundaries and not caring if it upsets people. Exactly, that is the art of it. In other words, you have a right to be you. You have a right and a duty and an obligation to create and set up boundaries so that you can protect and defend your rights, your sense of being, your sense of purposeness here. Also, there's a lot of farming and fishing that goes in Bangladesh. I saw that. And also, there's a lot of very, very smart people in Bangladesh, and they are very aware of the limitations of their country because the way it is geographically, there's tremendous pressure in Bangladesh because of climate change, because your country is so flat. You're so close to the ocean that every time the tide goes up or the storms or the cyclones come in, okay, it can really change. It can destroy villages. Whole villages, whole towns are destroyed just in one storm. And you've got whatever it is, I can't remember, 50 million people you have there, okay? Thank you, Frittily. I think it's perfectly okay to use the healing power of no. And you can use the healing power of no like this without actually doing it in a kind of vindictive, vicious way. You literally make it your business to draw a boundary. You say, no, this is not acceptable. And then, if they can't handle it, thank you, Frittily. Frank, thank you, Frittily. When you're using the healing power of no, if they can't handle that, that's their problem. It's not your problem. Got it? That's the beauty of the healing power of no. But sometimes it's very, very hard to express the healing power of no. Because once you express it, you have to live within your heart, soul center, and understand that the people with whom you have to use the healing power of no, they have to understand that you have a right and a reason and obligation to express the healing power of no. And if they can't handle it, that is their problem. It's not yours. In other words, you don't have to feel any guilt or shame or remorse for creating boundaries or defining yourself or saying no. The healing power of no is incredibly powerful. A lot of people don't use it. They don't like to use it. They don't want to use it because they're ashamed. They feel that if they use the healing power of no, then they will be judged for being mean or antisocial or a narcissist or an egomaniac or selfish or something. It doesn't matter. It's not your problem. You have a right to say no. And sometimes there are situations where you have to say no. Okay? In order to respect thyself, to love thyself. A lot of learning how to love thyself is learning how to gracefully express the healing power of no. No more. Not acceptable. And all of that. Okay, so where were we? Where were we? Alright, let's have a look. I'm just going to check the chats for a minute. Hold on. Okay, I can't remember. There's still a few people still here. Okay, so Fertilise is telling us an example of how to use the healing power of no, or when the healing power of no has to be used. Sometimes it's very, very, very uncomfortable. By the way, thank you, Dripping in Ice. I wanted to say thank you. Okay. I'm really honored to have you here, Sharmila Roy. I think this is so cool. I feel it's like really cool that Terra Lumination is here in Los Angeles and Sharmila is over there in Bangladesh right now. Live. Right now while we do this. Tiffany, hello. Tiffany, greetings. Cheers, by the way. Tiffany Blake is here. So Tiffany, this is another one of those things where Terra Lumination is doing Super Chat Astrodoodles live. Basically what I'm trying to do is fund the Astrodoodles and to actually have fun doing it. Which means reaching out to the audience, to the viewers, and asking for your support. So, you know, I'm starting to sound like one of those PBS stations in America. Oh, hold on. Have you ever seen those? In the United States, we have the PBS network, Public Broadcasting Service or something, whatever it is. And it's about all these like super high integrity shows and everything that would never get made in commercial television here in Hollywood. So what they do is they go out on these massive fundraising campaigns to raise money so that they can do the shows that they want to do. Get it? So one of the things that I do on this channel is I invite people, especially newbies, to become members. And you can do that. You can check the links below. You go there and there's like a place where you can become a member. A member is not the same as a subscriber. Okay, so just check that out. We live and learn as we go. I'm living and learning as we go. Hello, Tiffany. I see you. I hope you got my note the other day about like my apologies because I forgot that you're an actual member, and I said things and I did things like clueless. Thank you for understanding. Hey, thank you, Fritterly. Thank you for asking. How is everyone else doing? Actually, who's still here? I'm gonna check. I need to check the chat. Hold on. Sharmila is here from Bangladesh. Tiffany just arrived. Fritterly is here. And who else have we got? Dripping in Ice. I don't know if you're still here. You got your reading. Roni Bunny, you're probably working on your piece of art. Christina Corns is over there in Florida. I'm just checking the chat, people. I'm watching the chat right now. I'm just checking in. Blazing Leo. Hello, Blazing Leo. I don't know if you're still here. I already explained to you an Astrodoodle. And Robin, I think we checked in. We did our work earlier. And I'm looking back through the chat, and we had a troll who was hanging out. There was somebody called Bella True, but Bella True didn't stay. Let me have a look. Bella True. Bella True, are you still here? Dear Bella True, are you still here? Okay, let me have a look. Chantal's already had to go. Divine Mrs. Jones is, I think, had to go already. So I'm going to get back into real time. Let me get back over here. Oh, Christina's still here. Hi, Christina. Ronnie Bunny's still here. Hi, Ronnie. Thank you very much. Hello, Robin. Cool. Tiffany and Sharmila. Okay, that's cool. So there's just a very small number here hanging out. You know what? I think what I'm going to do is exercise the attitude of gratitude. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 more Astrodoodles anyway. Because you guys have been so generous and I wasn't expecting it. I'm asking for it, but it's like people put money into the super chat anyway, but it wasn't exactly for the Astrodoodles. But I don't care because it's still money in the pot. Get it? Okay, so I'm going to do another Astrodoodle. Alright? I'm going to do another Astrodoodle. There we go. Alright, so we're set up. I'm going to put the deck aside. And I'm going to pick one of these. So I've got Leo, Cancer, Sag, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. I got to pick one of these. And the chances are I'm going to pick another one as well. We'll see. Leo, Cancer, Gemini. You know what? Who was the Leo who was still here earlier? Was that? Who was that? There was a Leo. I know there was a Leo here earlier. Who was that? Somebody here. Who was it? Blazing Leo. Got it. Blazing Leo, are you still here? Is Blazing Leo still here? Maybe we could read for Leo. Okay. Ronnie Bunny's here. Okay, so we could do... let's have a look. Leo left. Okay. Sharmila Rai is a Leo rising. Okay, that's a good excuse. Let's just work on Leo. Okay, so let's do Leo. The other Leo left. Ronnie Bunny is a Leo. Aha! Okay, so we've all synced up. Okay, people? We're going to work on the Leo Astrodoodle next. Thank you very much. Let's do this. All right. So let's title it out. Let's do the actual circle first. Here we go. Here we go. All right, people. Put Leo on the horizon. Like so. Virgo is over here in the 2nd house. Libra rules the 3rd house. Scorpio in the 4th house. Sagittarius over here, 5th. Capricorn over here on the 6th. So, as you can already tell, dear Leos, okay, there's going to be a lot of emphasis over here, okay? This is where all the action is for you, dear Leos. It's in your 6th house. Aquarius over here. Pisces over here in the 8th house. Aries in the 9th house. Taurus in the 10th house, Gemini in the 11th house, and Cancer in the 12th house. So this is for Leos, and it's for December 2019. Got it. Okay. And this is a certified, genuine Tarot Lumination Astrodoodle. Signed. Okay? Tiffany Blake. Thank you, Tiffany. I will accept that with gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. Yes. It looks amazing. Can you see that, everybody else on the screen? That huge blue turquoise box? It's fantastic. I love it. Money talks, people. I'm not kidding. There's the law of fair exchange. You've probably heard of it. This is for you, dear Tiffany Blake. Thank you for becoming a Tarot Lumination member. All right, so I'm going to mark this over here. I'm going to start delineating the chart with the planets. So we have Mars in Scorpio all month long. We're going to have the Sun in Sagittarius for part of the month. We're going to have the full moon over here in Gemini on the 12th of the month. Okay? And we have Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Saturn, and Pluto over here at the pivotal point of the month. This is just mind-boggling, okay? Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Saturn, and Pluto, all over here. It's just crazy. Okay? This is the wacky part for the whole chart for you, okay? Jupiter, Venus, Moon, Saturn, and Pluto, all piled up over here in your 6th house. And we have the full moon over here. Let me just write it all in, okay? So, as I told you before, actually, I should probably just go through some of the notes. So for all the Leos, this is for everybody, okay? December 2019. We start December with a massive Capricorn stellium coming out of the end of November, okay? November 29th. And it also happens we have the Sagittarius new moon at the very end of December. But that all floods, it's just like a big flood into the first 2 weeks of December. Uranus is still retrograde, Neptune is direct, Jupiter enters Capricorn. That's a big deal, okay? Jupiter enters Capricorn very early in December, and Mars is in Scorpio all month. So let's just put all of that on record here. Remember, Tarot Lumination is not a master astrologer. All I'm doing is, all the homework that I do for myself, I share with you guys. At the middle of the month, we have the full moon, okay? The full moon in Gemini. That means the sun is opposite there in Sagittarius. I'll show that on the chart. And we have these other things going on. Let's keep moving. And at the 26th, this is where all the action is. This whole month, as far as I'm concerned, is all about this stuff. Because this stuff has been piling up for months, and it's going to continue for months. It is a new moon eclipse and a stellium in Capricorn, okay? In Capricorn on the 26th, okay? Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So this little squiggle here, for you, dear Leos, this is over here in your 6th house. You will see that in a moment when we go back. Okay? So it looks like this. So this is all the Capricorn energy, but it's for you over here. It's in the 6th house. So for a lot of Leos, there's going to be a huge emphasis on things like your day-to-day work life, things, your day-to-day practices, your day-to-day habits. It becomes your humble, divine, responsible duty, obligation, and commitment to refine, cleanse, clarify, and purify your day-to-day habits in your life for your own health and well-being in ways that you have never done before. However healthy you might think you are, Leo, you are going to be tasked with the responsibilities and the reality check and the obligations to become healthier and healthier. Like better exercise, better diets, better time management, better day-to-day habits and practices of like how you sleep, how you cook and prepare your food, how you do all your chores in day-to-day life, okay? It's incredibly important that you take this stuff very seriously, okay? It's like being like a super ultra Virgo energy on steroids. Just imagine yourself, Leo, as if you're kind of, this is the 6th house, like the Virgo 6th energy. And for you, it's ruled by Capricorn. So it's a very, very important part of your chart in terms of being healthy. Being very responsible with your day-to-day activities and chores to be healthy. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to increase, improve, whatever it is, okay? Okay. Now I'm going to write it out over here. So this is the important thing. This is the humongously important part of the month. We have the full moon over here. Full moon on the 12th and the 13th, roughly. Where the moon here will be opposing the sun over here. So that axis looks like this. Okay? Okay? So luckily for you, dear Leos, this is actually quite fun. It's quite harmonious. The Sagittarius Gemini energy really resonates with you in a very sweet, harmonious way. So I'm not going to stress about this too much. My feeling is that you would have glimpses and sensations of what it's like to become more and more and more creatively self-expressive in your most like bold, outrageous, fun ways that you can ever imagine. Artistic, creative, art, music, writing, performing, doing stuff, being out there, being bold, doing things that make you really happy. And then realizing a few weeks later, like, wow, people dig me in my community. People understand me. People see that I really am kind of awesome in what I do. Okay? And you'll sense that in your community. Okay? Especially from maybe 1 or 2 people in particular who reflect your own beautiful energy back to you. Okay? Let's keep moving all the way to the end of the month. New moon eclipse. Humongous, mind-boggling eclipse on the 26th, where you have this massive stellium over here, what I was talking about earlier. So I'm not going to talk about it again. I have to delineate the other ones. Okay, hold on. We've got Neptune and Pisces over here. We've got Chiron over here. We've got Uranus and Taurus up here. And we've got the North Node roughly over here. I'm not going to worry about any of that stuff. I'm just going to leave it like this, and now I'm just going to color it up to get the highlights here for you. First of all, just to accent the doodle itself, okay? And that's for you, dear Leos. Okay, this is all about you, Leos. I'm going to accent a couple of things that are a little bit shaky for you. Okay? You have Mars in Scorpio all month. So it's a little bit disruptive. It's volatile, and it might shake you up a little bit in the foundations of your life. Think of home, family, security, safety, coziness, the place where you sleep at night, your loved ones, okay? There could be an activity here. I'm not going to do a lot of analysis on this show. I'm just trying to make the Astrodoodle, okay? We can talk about this later when we actually do the readings. But I just wanted to point this out. This is super sweet and fun for you, so I'm going to mark it out with green. This is super, super fun, okay? And I'm going to mark out the Capricorn energy is kind of challenging for you, because honestly it is. It's really hard to do this stuff, all right? I'm not going to put a big red alert, but I'm going to definitely give you a big orange. The Sagittarius new moon is over here, excuse me. Sagittarius full moon is over here. And that's, okay, so let me light this up with the yellows, okay? So we have to mark these because these are significant moments in the month. I'm going to add some more of the orange over here. So it looks sort of like this. All right, I'm not going to put a lot of pressure over here. I don't think there's any point, okay? Because there's so much pressure in your three-dimensional life, your world. This is what it's all about for you, okay, Leos? We'll talk about this another time. Okay, let me make sure I've got everything. We got the full moon. Okay, and we've got the new moon eclipse. Okay, those are the key vital elements. Let me make sure I've got that. The whole of the early part of the month up to the 12th. All of this stuff here. All of this stuff here. This is from the new moon Sagittarius from November. At the end of November, we had the new moon Sagittarius. Okay, over here. Plus all this stuff piling up already. Here's the full moon in the middle of the month of December. And here is the new moon eclipse right at the very end of the month, okay? I'm just dumbing everything down so that you get an idea of what this looks like from the Tarot Lumination perspective as an Astrodoodle. All right? So I hope this helps you. We're going to move on. All right, I'm going to do one more. Okay, I have to get that chart back. Let's have a look. What did we do here? We just did Leos. Check that box. So I've got Cancer, Sag, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. I can handle one more. What's it going to be, people? If anybody wants to throw in more Super Chat money, I would be very appreciative. Thank you, Tiffany, by the way. Thank you so much. So Leo is now over here in this list. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. Watch this, people. I'm going to put Leo over here. I'm going to cross it out over there. Get it? Isn't that amazing? So we still have to do Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. Okay, let's have a look. See what's going on. I am now going to have a beverage and hang out with you guys. Give me a second. Doopy-doopy-doo, doopy-doopy-doo. Yes, lovely. Thank you very much, Tarot Lumination. Oh, it's no problem. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to hang out with you. I loved your shows. I really love your channel. Oh, thank you. So do I. I've noticed that you've become more and more bold, interesting lately, about having your beverages live on camera. Oh, yeah, it's true. I know. Because really, I don't give a toss anymore. I'm using the healing power of no. I really don't care. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Well, I do care, but you know, I kind of don't. I was like, who cares? Cheers, everybody. All right, so I'm going to go back over here, hang out with you guys for a little bit. I'm willing to do another one. So I've got Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Hi, Christina. I saw your note just pop up. Hello. It's been a very strange, weird show. We got super chats. We've done miniature oracle readings, and we're doing Astrodoodles all at the same time. I mean, fine. I'm happy with that. By the way, I want you guys to know that I am not immune to this stuff. When I look at all those planets, when I look at the charts, when I look at that huge Capricorn stellium piling up, I do my own homework on myself, okay? I feel I have an obligation to live by example. You know, I just can't put this channel out there and just, you know, just spew stuff out that, you know, just to attract attention or, you know, get advertising dollars or whatever. That stuff is history. It's done. It's over. Tarot Lumination is way beyond all of that stuff. Tarot Lumination is way out in a super ultra stratosphere of what we're doing here right now. Okay? What's that? Love Trapper wants Cancer. Okay. All right. Somebody spoke up. So it is spoken, so it is done. We're going to read for Cancer. We're not going to do a reading. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, God. I'm learning as I go, people. We're going to do the Astrodoodle for Cancer. It's very simple. I'm just going to do the Astrodoodle. If there's any Cancerians here, great. If not, so what? It's okay. We're going to do it anyway. All right. It's kind of, actually, I have to tell you, I'm really enjoying having all these newbies here, like from Bangladesh and Florida and places. It's so cool. What's the problem, Roni? What happened? You look sad. Why did you put the sad face on there? What happened, Roni? We don't need... Don't worry, it's okay. What's wrong with being a Cancerian? There's no problem with that. I know, you've probably already figured it out. That's why you've got the sad face on there. I think I know what it is. And Tiffany Blake has a mom who's Cancer. Okay. Alright, so. Some of you have already figured it out. But I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to do the Astrodoodle, and then you're going to realize whether you figured it out or not. What's that? What is that? I hope you're typing something there in humor, dear Ronnie Bunny. I think I need to wake up my fiance and go to the ER. It's nothing to do with Terra Lumination, okay? That's all on you, okay? That's all on you. Uh-huh. Okay, we're going to do Cancer. Who was that who wrote that in? Somebody wrote that in. Hold on, I got to check. Love Triber. It was Love Triber. All right, Love Triber. Everything that happens from now on, it's your fault. It's all on you. You picked Cancer. You were the first one to type it in. And we're just going to do it. Okay? We've had a few super chats, so I feel validated, you know, to some degree, you know. Oh, sorry, Rony Bunny, that's serious. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, what is that? Hold on. You've got a huge one. You can hardly know it's the size of your face. What? Rony? Yes! For God's sake! Is it a bruise or something? No, seriously, Rony. Don't even worry about your fiance. Just, you know, if you have to call a frickin' ambulance, where are you again, Rony? Where are you? Well, it could be some kind of swelling of some kind. Hey, Rony. I've worked with energy healers, and there's this very weird thing that's called chasing the pain. Okay? It's called chasing the pain. And sometimes when we discover in ourselves, in our human body, some kind of ailment, you know, have you ever heard that expression on Terra Lumination? You've got to reveal it to heal it. Okay? And there's also this resistance to healing because sometimes we are so deeply attached to our wounds and our suffering and our pain that it becomes our identity. And so when we try to heal the thing that really needs the healing, that pain kind of moves and shuffles itself around the body and finds another way to hide itself, okay? Because it doesn't want to be revealed for the healing. And so it's called chasing the pain. Like sometimes you get these energy healers that will work on your body, and they will get in really, really close, and they will discover, aha, we have found a source of pain and suffering here. And then all of a sudden, it's gone. Because it moved somewhere else. Because it doesn't want to be healed. The reason it doesn't want to be healed is because you, the person, is holding on to it. Because there is so much pain, and it becomes so closely aligned with your identity that the whole concept of healing or revealing that pain is almost like the equivalent of self-destruction, because it's like, just imagine your whole identity is associated with a certain pain or condition, and then we try to heal that. When you try to heal that, it's like you're taking away my identity. It's like you're like making me feel like I don't exist. And so the pain resists, and the pain finds somewhere else to hide. Like it sounds like one of those examples, like where an ailment over here will turn into an ailment over here, in order so that it does not get healed. In other words, so that it can avoid healing. I know I sound like a crazy person right now, the way I'm talking about it, but it is like chasing the pain, okay? Okay, Rony, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed doctor, therapist, or anything like that. My feeling is that get on the phone, do what you have to do. Do you have an insurance company where you have a nurse hotline? Do you have a nurse hotline? Can you call up like a 1-800-NURSE hotline number right now with your health insurance plan and talk about it? If not, get up, do what you have to do. Don't worry about the huge disruptions involved. Don't worry about whether you're going to wake up your fiancé. If you can still drive, if you can still type and chat, and this bizarre cyst, which is causing so much pain, is still there, where is your closest ER? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not messing around right now. Okay. Where is your closest ER center? Are you in a village? Are you in a town? Are you in a city? Can you Google it online? Where is your nearest hospital emergency center? Okay? Okay? I'm not kidding around right now, Ronnie. I'm not kidding. If you have a cyst on your leg and it just appeared and it's the size of a small fist and it has lines, this is a problem. It looks to me, it feels to me like chasing the pain, but either way, this is a very, very, very loud message to love thyself, to take care of thyself. And that means doing something that you might not normally do. If you are outside of town, then the issue becomes even more significant. If you're out of town, seriously, Ronnie, I'm not kidding. If you're out of town, how far away are you out of town from an ER center? We have to remember that ER centers in most countries, in most states in this country, they have a legal obligation to take care of you, even if you don't have any insurance. Okay? It's different from state to state, and I don't know what your health insurance plan is, and I don't know how tedious or how disruptive it might be for you to get to a hospital right now, especially the ER room, and just check yourself in. That would be like the ultimate act of self-love. 15 minutes. That's not a big deal. Seriously, Ronnie. Seriously, it's not a big deal. Please. Please, Ronnie. Do something about this. Like the worst, you have insurance, okay? You've got insurance. The ER is 15 minutes away. Can you drive? Okay? If not, can you get an Uber? Can you get a Lyft? Can you wake up your fiancé and get their fiancé to drive you? Do whatever the bleep you have to do. The way I look at it right now, your situation is an exact, beautiful, glorious, living example of a superb opportunity to activate the healing power of love, to give yourself permission to love thyself. Even when you have to check off, in other words, check out of the channel right now, wherever you are, check out of the channel, make that call, wake up your fiancé, get in the car, go to the emergency room, and do what you have to do. Okay? I'm not... So what? So what? If you're scared... Okay, Ronnie, if you're worried about waking up your fiancé, I understand. Are you in a place where you can get an Uber or a Lyft? If you're in the United States and you live in an area where they have like those rideshare places, Uber and Lyft, okay? I'm not kidding. Oh, man. Roni, what are you going to do? You can't can't go on like this. You can't just sit there and, I mean, you've already confided that you have all these other health issues. A lot of it might be to do with, like, you know, your natural tendency to be, like, say, polite or diplomatic, or put off your own needs in order to accommodate the other person. In other words, you're not willing to love thyself. You're not willing to heal thyself because you don't feel worthy. And, like, in other words, I'm not going to go to the emergency room because I would have to wake up my fiancé. Hey, Robin, I see you. Okay? Take care, Robin. I'm just trying to help Ronnie take care of herself, okay? I can't do any of this for you. I just sense a certain matter of urgency here. And it seems to me that in a loving situation, the responsible, loving thing to do would be to wake up the fiancé and say, listen, I got a serious freaking issue here. If you can't help me, then I'm going to get an Uber. Okay, Ronnie, I'm not kidding. Do you have an Uber account? Do you have a Lyft account? Can you call 911? All those kind of things. I don't want to make this seem more like dramatic than it has to be, but I'm just trying to be practical, okay? Seriously, Ronnie, what you've described, to have a cyst like on the leg, that's, you can't afford to mess around, okay? I'm kind of getting angry right now. I think you need to do something. You need to take action. You need to make decisions, okay? Gosh, jeepers. Okay, I need to detach, okay? Because I can't tell you what to do or make you do what you have to do. I think you understand the message is here, okay, Roni? Bless you, Roni. Do what you have to do to love thyself. Do something. Take radical action right now. Do something profoundly radical to love thyself. Wake up the fiancé. Admit you have an issue. Take care of it. All right. Okay, I'm going to release myself from the Roni situation because I have to, because I can't do anything else. Okay? Everyone else, if you want to in the chat, I would urge you to stimulate, encourage Roni to take action, to do what she has to do to love thyself. Okay? I am now going to do the Astrodoodle for Cancer because we have elected to do this. Roni, please understand we are on your side, okay? We are on your side, even if it's the middle of the night. In a truly loving situation, you would have to deal with these things. All right, okay, enough is enough. I'm done. Okay, I've said what I have to say. Let's move on. I'm going to make the Astrodoodle for Cancer now. Okay. December 2019. It's not a very good circle. It's because I'm a little bit agitated. I was taken outside of my comfort zone because of the situation with Roni, and now I am grounding myself. I'm going to put Cancer on here on the horizon. The crab symbol, okay? Big Aisha, hello, welcome. Leo rules your second house. Virgo in the third. Libra in the fourth. Scorpio in the fifth. Sagittarius in the sixth. Capricorn in the seventh. And dear Cancers, you've probably already figured out this is where all the action is, over here in your 7th house, okay? Aquarius in the 8th. Pisces in the 9th. Aries in the 10th. Taurus in the 11th. Gemini in the 12th. Okay. All right, so that's what this looks like. This is the very early stages of writing out the Astrodoodle. Okay? I hope that makes sense to some of you guys. I'm going to delineate the planets now. The basic ones. I'm going to put 5 planets over here for most of the month because it's such a profound month heading into January 2020. So we're going to have Jupiter, we're going to have Venus, we're going to have Moon, we're going to have Saturn, and we're going to have Pluto, all over here in the 7th house. Okay, can you see that? All right, there we go. All right, give me a second here. Cheers, everybody. Okay, and the North Node is over here in Cancer. I'm not going to worry about that right now. We have Uranus in Taurus at about, I think, 6 or 7 degrees. We have Chiron in Aries over here. I'm not going to talk about that much. We have Neptune in Pisces at about 16 degrees. Okay. We have the Sun in Sagittarius. Okay. Over here. We're going to have Mars in Scorpio the whole of December. Okay? I'm going to leave everything else open. I'm going to leave all of this open, and I'm going to start to fill it out. This is an official, genuine, authentic Astrodoodle live, real-time from Tarot Lumination. This is the trademark, okay? This is registered with the federal government, Department of Trademarks, okay? So, for December, the key dates are the first 2 weeks of the month, like I showed you over here. For December 2019, this is the same for everybody. The first 2 weeks of the month are completely overwhelmed by the Sagittarius new moon at the end of November and the big Capricorn stellium that's already building up from the 29th. We have Uranus, it's still retrograde. Neptune has now moved direct. Jupiter has entered Capricorn, this is kind of a big deal. And Mars is in Scorpio all month. Okay, whippity-doo. Let's move on. December the 12th, the middle of the month, the full moon in Gemini, okay, over here. Give me a second. Over here. Full moon in Gemini on the 12th. So it's in your health axis, your spirituality axis. I'm going to mark it over here as the full moon as well on the 12th. So that is this axis over here. And Cancer, by the way, with this thing over here, if you can see this. Can you see this, Cancers? For the month of December, you actually have something really kind of delicious. I'm going to actually pencil it in here as little kind of dots. It's very loose, but when I see something like this, I think it is very significant. I'm not going to talk about it much, but I feel like I have an obligation to make a note of it on the Astrodoodle anyway. Can you see this thing here? This is this big, fat, loose, kind of grand water trine. There's the North Node. It's just sitting there, okay? It's not even a planet. It's just a placement, okay? But it is heavily supported by Mars in Scorpio and Neptune in Pisces. And in the middle of it all, look at this. Actually, I'm going to even add to it. This is insane. I'm just going to add to it. For the Cancerians, it's almost like it makes you bulletproof. For all the challenges. Okay, I'm going to switch this around. Can you see this? Can you see this? Here, 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 and here. This is what's called a kite. A kite in some ways can be a very harmonious, beautiful type of energy. And I'm hoping you take full advantage of this, Cancerians. It's not easy, but it's very beneficial. It's very nutritious. It's very valuable. Okay? These little blobs here that I'm talking about, these are very valuable. Okay, I'm now going to color it up because I have to. I'm just going to put a bunch of red over here. Actually, I didn't finish the writing. We have the new moon eclipse, okay? Over here. You see these notes? New moon eclipse in stellium, December 26th. Sun, moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all lining up here. So for you, Cancers, it looks like this. Okay? Do you see this? That's this. Okay? The reason I'm highlighting it in red is because it is in your 7th house of maximum opposition, maximum polarity. I don't know how more extreme you can get than this in terms of the astrology. It is mind-boggling, okay? So I'm going to put the, new moon eclipse on the 26th plus the stellium. So, dear Cancers, there's something highly significant happening in your life regarding a certain significant individual, or maybe multiple significant individuals, okay? It might feel like there's tremendous pressure on you, okay, from here to here, but it's also an incredible opportunity to learn more and more about thyself and how to love thyself through the gift of the mirror of relationship, okay? So I'm going to highlight this in orange. It's actually really beautiful. It's just a little bit intimidating in some ways, okay? I'm going to put the full moon in Sagittarius as an orange highlight because it's on a challenging axis for you. Over here, okay? This is a difficult axis for everybody. I'm going to put part of this in bright green because I think it's an amazing chance for you, dear Cancerians. Something like this. Forgive my artwork. I'm just doing the best that I can. This is all about your 7th house of significant one-on-one relationships in business, okay? It's humongous. That's why I'm trying to make it look humongous on your Astrodoodle. Okay? So it looks kind of like that. I'm going to accent this as yellow over here. Put some yellow in there anyway. Actually, I'm going to do even more. I'm going to get my highlighters to make it really bright. It's very... There we go. Sort of like this. How about that? So that's what that looks like for you. I'm just going to accent the chart itself. Put it like that and put it like that. I know it looks completely over the top, completely out of control, but that is my impression. That's what I'm sensing for you guys in December. And guess what? Have you already figured it out? It's going to look even more insane in January. Because all of this, remember, this is an eclipse, okay? This is an eclipse. So just, can you imagine what the Astrodoodles are going to look like in January? Oh my God. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? So there we go. How about that, people? There you go, Cancerians. I'm just doing what I can to share with you, to give you kind of a heads up. Think of this as the Weather Channel, okay? Think of it as the Weather Channel. But we're not talking about cyclones and hurricanes and fires and floods and tornadoes and lightning and, you know, droughts and floods. We're talking about Astrodoodles. We're talking about the big weather. The really, really big stuff that's way, way out there. That's what we're doing here. And I am your Terra Lumination Astrodoodle weather host. That's it. Get it? Thank you, Love Trapper. I understand. That's a good way to look at it. It's going to be colorful. That's perfect. Mona! Mona just showed up at the last moment. Good morning. Good morning, Mona. It's nice to have you. Thank you for being here. We've been spending the last couple of hours doing Astrodoodles. I think we did 4 in total. Let me just go check. Hold on, stay there, Mona. I'm going to get that other chart. So, let's have a look. We just did the Cancer. So I'll put that over here. We are moving along, people. And so it might be, what's today? Today is Thursday in the United States, so tomorrow is Friday. So there's a very good chance that Friday evening we're going to do Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know in advance. We'll see. We'll see what actually happens. Okay, I'm not really sure because I'm not used to doing things this way, but who cares? Yay. Wow. Yep. Hi, Mona. Yeah. Wow. Hey, everybody, in case you're interested, Mona has a a partner who is an effective energy healer. And I am living proof. One of the reasons I can do this today is because I have received the healing power of love. I have received energy healing. It's called distance healing, in case any of you guys are interested. And if you want to check it out, connect with Mona. Hi, Mona. Mona is over there in Norway, so it would be whatever it is, like 7 o'clock in the morning. You're probably having your first cup of coffee. Greetings, Mona. Let's have a look. I'm going to go back over here. Yeah, so I'm kind of at the point where I think we're going to wrap up the show, people. I know you all have lives to live, things to do, places to be, people to hang out with. So I'm thinking it's time to wrap it up. Moni, you just arrived at the very tippy end of the show. But basically we did 4 videos. I think we did... What did we do? What on earth? Yes, well, I think we did this. Today, we did Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, and Cancer. We just did these. On this show today, we did the Astrodoodles for December for Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, and Cancer. They are now done. And probably tomorrow or Saturday in the United States, we're going to do Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo. And I'm going to be reaching out. I'm going to be asking for super chat dollars. I'm just letting you know in advance, people. All right. I'm going to play a song now because I haven't played any music all night, okay? It's called Love is the Word. It sounds like this, people. And I'm going to play it because I need to feel good. I need to kind of boost my confidence and get myself totally in gear. And this is one of the songs that I do. To me, it's like a power song, and it gets me back in the groove of where I need to be. Here we go. For the skies, opening my hands to welcome in the day, gather in the sun's rays before I'm on my way, and the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Moving through the day, may no accidents arise. Giving thanks to heaven that I am still alive. Blessing my enemies, blessing the ones I love. Praying for forgiveness for any damages I
done and moon is on the rise. My trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. I summon in the numb as I reach up for the skies. I command all fear and shadows be gone before my eyes. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, Nam is the word. And the healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, Nam is the word.
Thank you so much for being here.